Luke, you ready to get some mouth-watering, delicious meat in your mouth?
Cody, I'm not falling for that one again.
No, I'm being serious. Mountain Primal Beef is 100% American Highland beef, raised in the Rocky Mountains of Colorado with no hormones or antibiotics.
Okay, tell them more.
They're also now offering Colorado-raised elk or bison in steak cuts, ground meat, and sausage options.
Guys, act fast. These are limited cuts, and they do sell out. All you got to do is text the word gladiators to 81493, and you get the full menu right onto your phone, and you get to save 15% off your entire order.
Now shipping to all 50 states, mountainprimal.com.
Oh, snap, Cody. We have made it.
Oh, man, Luke, it feels so good. I'm finally a somebody.
Man, I'll tell you what. Our boys over at Tito Knives have came through and made our own backcountry rolls.
Ultra light, ultra sharp, and now ultra fly.
Oh, snap. I like that little saying. Man, now's the time to go on their website, check out what they got on their inventory. Right now, they got our own backcountry rolls, Gladiators Unleashed. It's sexy, bro. Sexy. And once you get done purchasing your own backcountry rolls, make sure you post this on the gram. And guess what? Some lucky winner's going to get some swag to their door.
Type in that code GU15, save 15% off your entire purchase.
Oh, shit. What was that saying you just said?
Ultra light, ultra sharp, and ultra fly player.
This podcast is brought to you by Cafaro International, the best in the business for all your extreme hunting products.
Get a hold of our friends for the best packs, frames, tents and shelters, sleeping systems, stoves, sleds, and more.
Check out Cafaro.net. Did I mention it's gear for life?
Gear for life. Gangster.
Gangsta. Check them out. They are a proud partner of GU Unfiltered.
Oh, my God. Amateur hour, boys. Hey, girl.
Listen up. Take two. Hey, we got a great podcast, right? Hey, listen up. We got the one and only HD Pat Barry in the house again. And we got... Uh-oh, where are we at? Yeah, Thug Rose, the champ's in the house.
The best.
The best. Yeah, that's right. The best, right, Pat?
Yeah.
I want to hear you say it.
The best.
The best. You're the best, right?
I'm the best.
Yeah, you are the best.
We're all the best.
Honestly, man, that was something in that whole fight. I right now, like I said, like I'm pumped up because I cooked steak tonight on the Pit Boss.
That was the best.
And it was.
That was the best.
That was the fucking best.
Honestly, like I'm pretty proud of myself because I actually did. Man, was about 2-3 weeks ago, man, I made that shit horrible. This tonight was the bomb, huh?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I had a grease fire last fight, like a fire pit. I didn't clean my grill good enough, but this one was the bomb, and I had only the best for the best, right?
Right.
The best for the best. We had tomahawks, Mountain Primal ribeyes. I mean, I'm telling you, dude, that shit was good,
Don't
right?
forget the Brussels sprouts.
Oh, my wife cooked the Brussels sprouts. Cody, how were those Brussels sprouts?
Excellent.
Yeah, you know how to get her. You know, I don't eat Brussels sprouts.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't eat them.
I didn't either for a long time.
Really?
And then I did one day, and
Yeah, I'm the
they're
green
great.
machine, so yeah.
Yeah.
I like everything green.
they're great.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the only thing I like green is when I can pump ass on.
There you go. Yeah.
But like, honestly, like, it was a great meal. Honestly, I'm glad you guys came out here because I know it's probably about an hour away from you guys, man, to come up here. So
Yeah.
I wanted to at least like feed you guys. We'll watch the little fights. I'm glad you guys are on the podcast because, like, I've known you guys. When did you guys move down
Forever.
here?
2013.
I said 2010.
Really?
I thought it was
No,
2010.
A little bit. Well, he came a little earlier. Right?
I was here for a little bit right before
we
before
moved in
here.
2013.
Yeah. So yeah, this was the old grudge.
Yeah.
When I first met you guys.
On Kipling.
Yep.
Oh, that was the
Yep.
best. It was a good day.
Those were like the original OGs, right?
Yes.
Like I feel like in Colorado, before everybody branched out and did their own little deal and went to open gyms and be, whatever. I felt like we were part of something special.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, well,
The toughest, like,
to me,
Yeah.
like I felt like I was a part of something, and like whether like I'm lucky enough to say, and I didn't realize like, as a fighter and an athlete, like when you do something, you want to do something to your full potential, and like people, the way I did things is like everybody doubted me. Like, why you fight, dude? It ain't gonna take you nowhere, right?
Right.
Like, why are you doing this?
especially during those times.
Yeah, like, it was the worst time ever, right? It was the worst time. So, like, when I did it, like, I was like, holy cow, like that.
You need my sweater? Okay.
But that's why I said, like, it was like literally a time where I was like, I kind of questioned myself, like,
Yeah, I was just.
oh, Barry fell. Barry, he locked eyes with you. He's like, I ain't gonna do any of that. So, anyways, but like people ask me like all the time, like, why are you fighting? Blah blah blah. And I was like, man, because you guys keep asking me the same question. Why am I fighting? Because I'm gonna do something more with my life. And whether I don't know whether it's whether if it was to this state in my life to have a podcast and like sharing my stories or whatever.
Yeah.
Because I was never a Thug Rose.
We're born to do it though, yeah.
I was never a champion, right? But what motivated me was everybody told me why are you doing this, And there was times where I was broke as shit. Like, I mean, my wife could even vouch for me like, shit, I'm still broke. But there was points where like I had to borrow money from my brother, mom and dad and everything. So like it literally was just like, why am I doing this?
Yeah.
And that shit just motivated me. What was that? Anyways, yeah. So, anyways, I was like, holy cow! I was, I lost my train of thought. But, anyways, people kept asking me, why am I doing this? And I'm like, this is why I'm doing this, maybe, because I got to be around in a room with motherfuckers that only would even dream about. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like back in the day, like when we first started.
It was like Fight Club vibes.
It literally was. And there was a few times where I was like, damn, how do I get out of this shit club? My first time, because you guys come from Minnesota, right?
So I'm from Milwaukee. We lived in Minnesota. Well, we met in Milwaukee. He's from New Orleans. But.
Yeah.
We were in Minnesota for 3 years.
Okay, yeah. So that's how I remember. Yeah, because I seen you're from New Orleans, right?
Right.
And when you guys first came down, it was from Minnesota, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's how I knew it. With Gertz, you guys remember,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So then, like, I was like, holy shit. How do you guys end up here? How did George St. Pierre end up there? How did Rashad Evans? How did Shane Carl? I mean, we had who's who in the room, and like I was like, holy cow! And when it's all said and done with,
Sorry, LT. Gotta add that.
Yeah, legend, Colorado legend, bro.
You gotta add that in
Yeah.
there. You can never leave that out.
This is the thing with LT. I see him now on a regular basis, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, you're fucking bare knuckle fighting now, bro.
Dude, I think he won me the fight, honestly, like right before we left.
LT came by right before we left town, and we talked in the driveway.
Yeah, give it. I want to hear this. Because I want to hear
so
this.
I'm like tripping, right? Because, the preparation was spot on. Everything, even from like the good days, bad days, whatever. Everything was complete. But it's time to go,
Hold on.
Yeah, baby trouble.
Baby mama. She's screaming. She wanted to come in and hang out.
Yeah.
But anyways, okay, so LT was literally you guys saw him before you guys went to the fight, right?
This is when all the doubts and stuff is.
This is the week we're leaving.
Point of no return, basically, like right before we leave. Yeah.
We're leaving Monday. This is Friday.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay. I thought you were telling it, but okay.
Yeah.
So we're getting ready to leave, and we see him, and this is like the last person I end up talking to, but you can even see on the embedded episodes, like I'm there talking to Kamaru, Keiichi at Onyx, and just you know, all the different perspectives. Obviously, I hear, you know, I hear that I'm the best from Pat all the time, or, you know, just like positive reinforcement, not like gassing me up or anything, but just like, you're good, man, you're doing all the right things. Like, I'll tell you if you're messing up or whatever, but it's different to hear it from somebody else sometimes, you know. And so, you know, Gaethje gives me his little advice. You know, I'm asking Carl, like, how you feeling? Like, cause I
feel like a little nervous
like,
right now.
oh man, we about to do this.
Which is normal if you're a fighter, right?
It
Like,
happens.
everybody knows. You get nervous.
You gotta have that.
If you don't have it, then you're in the wrong fucking life.
You ain't taking it seriously then, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
So,
Or you're lying.
Yeah, that too.
You're bullshitting.
Yeah.
And
all
I think,
that, yeah.
I think before you say this is probably the one thing that I respected about Cowboy the most, because he was like the first one to actually come out to it. You need to go. Was like, man, when you get your fucking hands taped and shit, you start questioning yourself, like, what the fuck? When you're in the back room, why am I doing this? Because I fucking felt that numerous times, dude. Yeah. Numerous times.
Yeah.
All the time.
Walking out to the fight, numerous times.
Yeah.
I'm like, what am I doing?
What am I doing?
Just like, let me get hit first, and I'm cool. After I get hit, right?
People don't know that. They don't know that. They don't know that sometimes that feeling doesn't go away until you're already 40 seconds into round one.
Right.
Meaning, when you're in the back, there is that, oh shit, oh man, this is going down, this is about to happen right now, oh shit, oh they're playing my music, oh no, they're about to tell me to start walking, I'm walking, alright, walk cool, and here's the crowd, oh man, alright, I'm walking, what am I doing, I know I'm going and everything's going good, and I'm getting greased up, and I've got to wait, no, don't grease up yet, hug everybody, alright, hug you, and they're like, no, nothing, we just hugging, alright, no problem, alright, back to the front, and he's like, mouthpiece grease, and you ready, I don't know, tell me to go, alright, man, alright, I'm in. All right, I hop around. I do the move. I gotta duck down before I get in the cage, and am I gonna slide across? All right, just run in and jump and stuff the ground. Hop around the cage. Hop around the cage. I'm feeling good, man. This ground is slippery as a mug, man. If I make one fast move, I'm gonna fall. Oh man! And then the lights go out. Boom, boom.
I know.
And now
it's your opponent.
Yeah, the lights go out. And they leave the lights out the whole time.
I know. That's what's different, I think, from when I fought. Did you have that?
It's the most vulnerable, everything about it is vulnerable. You're literally like half naked in front of everybody. Like, you're fighting like an animal. Like,
I know.
It's so primal.
It's so crazy because
but it's great.
Like, even now, like, I take my shirt off. We gotta have sex with the light off, baby.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
No, like, she asks you. She's like, "We gotta have sex with the light off, though."
All right, maybe that's my wife doing it. I know, right?
It's just as scary as a fight, no?
And you're fighting in front of fucking millions of people.
I'm sure that there's all types of. I'm sure that like guys who climb the free with no ropes like that. Yes, there's moments when you're actually in war and someone's shooting at you to end your life.
Different, yeah.
But there is nothing. There is nothing.
Nope.
Nothing like standing back there and they call your name and then you walk out and everyone's staring at you because you have to, and then they call him and he walks out and he gets in the ring and you get in the ring and you're looking at him and he's looking at you and you're wondering, I wonder what he's thinking, and he's looking at you and you think that he's thinking he's gonna kill you, but he's really sitting over there like, I wonder what he's thinking. And everybody's
who's gonna bluff? Who's bluffing who?
Who's gonna do it first?
Who's bluffing who? Because there were sometimes when I'd be bluffing motherfuckers, right?
Yeah.
And my legs felt like Jello. Right?
Yes, yeah, the Jello feeling.
Like my hands can't make a fist. Like, what am I supposed to do? Just, bitch slap this guy or what?
Yeah.
Like, if you felt that, like I know, and that's just, I think it's just human nature, and when you're getting into fighting, but at the same time, how you enter the cage was something that I think every fighter should start doing, man. Mm-hmm. Like, if you can't put that in your head, then why you up?
Right. Yeah, and I think that's what a lot of people are going to start. Maybe, and I mean, I'm not probably the only, the first one to do it. Like, I mean, obviously Diego Sanchez is out there, but
Yeah.
I mean, I hate to bring him up because obviously there's
A lot of
crazy
drama
stuff
with
talking
that
about
guy.
him, but I mean, you know, back in the day, he was like, yes,
He was
yes,
doing it.
you know what I mean? That
And
Tony
look how-
Robbins, you
but
know.
that was why he was still
But
fighting
he-
till his
yeah.
career, and he did.
That's
so
why he
well.
was so amazing because
He
his
was
belief
so
in
good.
himself, yeah.
You know
his
what I mean?
intensity, yeah.
Like I was always a fan of Diego, and like it's funny you brought him up because like I see all the shit right now. I was in Onyx. I was gonna beat Trevor's ass because he thought I looked like Fabian.
Oh no!
Back when I fought,
You train like you.
me and Trevor were gonna go at it, dude.
Oh,
I was like, come on, dude. But that was fun.
Yeah.
But hey, Cody, real quick, what you got, Cody?
Yeah, we got a question for Rose. He wants to know, Sam wants to know, what's the criteria for you when you're picking up a walking out song?
Ooh, good one.
Oh, wait, hang on.
yeah.
On that one, I read something like your walkout songs have been messed up.
A few times.
Really?
And then even this last time they tried to, they wanted me to change it. I said no, because, I don't know. The song, I finally felt like my song kept changing, and I finally feel like I found one that I'm probably going to stick to. I'm not going to say for sure, because I can't predict the future, but
Did you tell
this
Dana,
one,
you told him that Spice Girls was life?
no.
I'm gonna change the shit, bro.
Nah. I know, right?
Tell me what you want, what you really, really want.
Is that what? Yeah, because that was a fucked up one, right? The one that you got.
Yeah,
where they
the one
walked
when
out
I
to.
walked out to Joanna, the first fight with her,
It was an Oasis song.
yeah, and I'm like, and everybody's like, don't you like Oasis? I'm like, I don't even know what that is. Like, I don't know.
I never even heard
I didn't
this
recognize
song
it. I mean,
before.
because the type of song, and I can't remember exactly which one, but it was like completely different. Like, it was supposed to be more of like an upbeat, something that you could dance to. So when it came out with like this, like kind of grungy, like, but I don't know, it was very low energy, and I just didn't like it
Yeah.
at all at that time. And it was like the last little straw that broke the camel's back, where I was like, all right, I'm alone in here. I'm about to fight for my life. It was almost like that moment to me was probably a similar feeling of when maybe if like, you know, you get booed in Brazil and everybody's against you. That's how I felt going in there. It was like, dang, they messed up my walkout time, and that's all that I was looking forward to. Okay, it's about to go down. I'm about to take this out on her.
And maybe that was the best thing that happened.
And
Who
it
knows?
probably was at that moment.
Who knows? You know, I mean, me, that would fuck me up.
Well, and you know, I guess to answer the question, I guess is for me, it has my walkout songs have always changed each time, but now with this, it always kind of expresses. It's an expression of how I feel in that training camp, and usually if it gives me goosebumps or if it starts out quick, it has to start with good energy right away. And I really like either something I can sing to or dance to. It has to be very instrumental. I mean, I'm a piano player.
Yeah.
So I walked out to Prolific Praise by Trey McLaughlin, and he's a gospel singer, but he, you know, great with everything. Good guitar, good drums, good
He's
everything.
the man.
And oh man,
He's the rose in
Prolific
in that
Praise.
world.
Yeah.
He's the rose in that
Yeah.
world. Yeah.
Yeah.
I get it. When did you start playing piano? What age?
When I was 5 years old, and my
Oh.
mom, you know, she's a professional
Yeah.
pianist, so she just raised us that way.
I because I must say, like when they did that embedded, and then you were playing in in the
Yeah.
I was like, hell yeah, dude, that is the shit.
Yeah.
Because take yourself out of whatever you were doing, what you did.
It's
And
performance.
yeah, it was you performing all the way up to the night,
Yeah.
right? And I was like, dude, she's feeling good. If she's
Yeah.
feeling good, or maybe this is what she needed to even feel a little bit better. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm thinking as a viewer, right?
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, hell yeah, dude. Because I know if they would have asked you to play that, you probably wouldn't have played it. Right?
Right. It'd
Hell
been
no.
forced. Yeah.
You would have been like, nah,
Yeah.
I ain't playing that.
Right.
So when you saw piano and you
And that's
took
funny.
the
I
moment-
anticipated that there being a piano right there. I didn't think it was gonna be right where all the UFC tables were, and that was the first thing we saw when we arrived.
That was
So I was like, oh, this is perfect. I'm glad I practiced before we came here. But yeah, I anticipated it.
So like I was like, oh shit. She wanted to play that piano because she wanted to play that piano.
Yeah.
That was because I was like, okay, cool. This is just awesome because she's feeling in the moment.
Yeah.
All right, so we're on the Bullhorn app. So on this app, we're live right now, guys. We are live, and we have a phone call coming in. Who we got?
We got Idaho Hunt.
Okay, I don't know who this is.
Idaho Hunt, you're on, bro.
What's up, Idaho? Huh? Hey, Idaho.
All right, good talk. Thanks, bud.
Felicia.
Bye, Felicia.
Bye, Felicia. He looked like it sounded like he was like driving or somewhere.
Yeah.
So he probably had a like horrible
He's probably
connection.
going, hello.
He's probably in the woods in Idaho, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. So hey, Idaho, if you get a little better service, call back, bud.
We still want to go to Idaho one day.
Dude, it is. I've been there
I
one
hear it's
time.
really good.
Yeah, it is bomb. You know what? You know what place I liked? So when you guys pulled up, right?
Check mark being prepared for the fight. We were talking about that about 4 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Oh, with
Something just
LT?
came to-
Yeah.
It just,
Holy shit! God damn, we just go all over, right? God damn, look at the guy. Give back.
I kept it in there.
All right, but no, go ahead.
No.
That's why,
Before we lose it.
that's why I didn't puff that. Because
So that's why.
I gotta stay.
Yeah, thank you. Good, the
So
guy
I
that's
gotta
pumping
be the
it
driver
work.
here.
Tell me what LT said. Like, let's go back to
Okay.
LT said.
I wish. I mean, I feel like I hope I don't butcher it because of like. Do you
Yeah.
remember what exactly he said?
So
Oh, okay, yeah. I feel like you tell it
out
better.
of the driveway. And I asked him because Roses. Well, you have to first lay the setting for how you were feeling.
Yeah, I was a little shaky, just like nerve. I mean, the whole training camp, I
Yeah.
was pretty like cool. Like 90% of the time, this is probably the least nervous that I've been like for the entire training camp. But then like it all came like last probably week or two, and then like I was saying, we like right in the embedded, you could see me talking to Gaethje, talking to Kamaru before we're leaving, and it's kind of like the last day in the gym, and we didn't really do anything, but. Just like, all right, here we go. It's about to do this. We sure we going? But then after that, we went home, and I was like, okay, time to pack my things. And then we ended up, we just ended up getting some seeing LT last minute. And I was like, you know what? I forgot. I think I like asked him a question, like, yeah, like how do you handle the nerves, LT? Out of everybody, like, he's the.
Yeah, he fights all the time.
All the time. Never
the man.
seems like, he never seems fazed by anything.
He's like the new cowboy, right? Like, he
Yeah.
won't say no.
Yeah, like the underground version,
Yeah.
right? And I think, I can't remember exactly what he said. Something like, well, I get in there and I'm like, I'm just excited to fight. He's like, and I figure I'll be okay, and if not, well then fuck it. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. But the way he said it was just like
he said, I just go with it, man. I'm thankful that I'm able to fight.
yeah,
He said, I'm thankful that I'm
just
able
happy
to
to
fight,
fight,
man. So I
yeah.
just go with it, and sometimes I'm on it, sometimes I'm not. Just
Well, and that's real though, right? Like sometimes you're on, sometimes
But it
you're
wasn't
the hammer.
even on. It was the fact that he was like, hopefully, or he said, just about being like okay coming out of it. He's like, and I'll probably end up being okay after it. And if maybe not.
Maybe not.
How bad could it get?
Exactly.
I'll be fine when it's over with.
100%,
And
right?
But like I say, it really stuck out. They said, I'm just thankful that I can fight.
You gotta get him on here to say.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So I see LT, and LT came into my gym. I was literally working at LA Boxing back in the day, side job as I was a fighter. He came in as probably 16, 17 years old tops, right? With his mom and dad. Is this for Rose?
Oh,
Hey, you give it to her.
what'd you get?
My daughter's
Oh my
made him a
gosh.
present.
You gonna make me cry. Thank you. That's so cute.
Oh,
Yes.
you know,
Love the color scheme.
Rose,
Thank
I
you.
colored you a picture as well.
Oh, thank you.
It's
Yes.
like you motherfucker better not
I'm gonna need to get this framed. Thank you.
That's awesome, Eva. Thank you.
Yes.
You know what's so funny? Well, my house is surrounded by dudes all the time, right?
Yeah.
Whether
Oh, you
we're
need
out
that
shooting-
little girl.
Yeah, we're out shooting or doing whatever, and guys are in here in the podcast all the time. She's with me. She's my sidekick, right? But once I said Rose is coming in, another girl, and
Like,
dude,
oh, I
it's
could be
just like
pretty.
it's like you saw the dress that she put on for you.
Oh, it was
right?
great.
The bell
It was
dress,
great.
right? And like, I'm like, holy shit, dude, this
Yeah.
is crazy. Like, I just a different side. So
Yeah.
and she made it. She's like, and this is it. You're a role model.
Yeah.
I mean, you really are a role model to all females,
Yeah.
let alone guys, right? Like, it's
Yeah.
this is what I love about fighting. Even myself, like where I'm at, like, and I'm nowhere near your fucking status, right?
you like my daughter. I'm supposed to be her biggest like the strongest man in the world, right? And everything like that. And she's like, Dad, you're the best. And I said, why? She's like, you know all these people. And I'm like,
that's true.
To me, like that's like I'm not these people though, but she's like, I know. You know, and maybe one day she'll know.
Yeah.
I did fight once in a while. I don't care if she does. Like,
Yeah.
you know, I was a 50-50 fighter. You know what I mean? Yeah. Sometimes I won't. Sometimes I got my ass whooped.
Hey.
But exactly. Right. So either way, like, I thank you, Rose, for being you as the person you are, because a lot of people get a limelight, and sometimes they change a lot. Like they become a different person. I've been through a lot. Like we were talking about our team, right? Back in the day.
Yeah.
Like who's who in the gym. And I've seen guys that I've hung out with all the time, trained with, did everything with. And where they're at now, they just changed so much, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm not going to say anything about their name, but and they're doing great. They're successful doing that. But I'm like, dude.
The core grudge people have always... We've always, even if we're not always kicking it or we're always whatever, it's whenever we do get back together, it's like we ain't ever skipped a beat, you know.
Ever.
Back to the next page, you know.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, it's like, I mean, obviously, like I said it before, when I had my first ever title defense, and people were like, so, you know, how do you know, just kind of talking about the same similar like subject of like changing, or is this going to change you and all that stuff. And it's like, I mean, yeah, there is change, obviously. Like you're a tree. You know, your roots stay the same, but the leaves might change color. They might fall off. All the superficial stuff changes, obviously, but the core of what makes you you, and you know, that stays the same.
And the people that are around you that are real will stay with you, real, right? And this is one thing that I will say about Gaethje, and this is why me and Gaethje are like probably we're cool, right? Like we're good. Like he literally was in the World Series of Fighting, making probably 40 and 40, maybe 60, I don't know.
Yeah.
This motherfucker didn't have a pot to piss in, right?
Yeah.
I just did a private training session with this lady. She paid me for 2 sessions, $100 bill, $50 a session. And he saw that. Right? He saw that, right? And this was the private session that I needed the money, right? Like back in the day. So he goes, man, Luke. I was like, what's up? He's like, I'm getting ready to fight tomorrow. I gotta leave town tomorrow to go to World Series. And this is one fight before I couldn't go to his fight or corner him. Yeah. Like, so I've been there from day one with him. And that was kind of another thing. Like, he kept me around. Am I Trevor? No. I'm not a coach like Trevor, no. Yeah. But I bring something different to the table, you know, with him. And Luke. Yeah, whatever. But so he goes, man, I need a haircut. I was like, yeah, you need a man. I got a couple places we can go to. He goes like, nah. Can I borrow $20? And I was like, yeah. You need a haircut to go before he fights. You know, NBC, you know. Yeah, fucking main event. So I pull out that $100 bill the lady just gave me, right? I'm looking at my wallet to see if I had whatever. He snaps the fucking $100 bill from me. And he goes, I'll pay you back in some when I come back from my fight. And I said, bet, right? You know, I know you're good for it, whatever. Although I needed that motherfucker $100. So I was like, oh shit, oh wow. But guess what? Came back, gave me $300. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like that's just the person he is, right? Yep. And I took that $300. I had to take the late fees on all my fucking late shit. You know what I mean?
Hey, so worth it though. So worth it.
Well, look at it now, right? Like,
yeah,
look at me
paid
now.
off.
Yeah, it paid off, right? Just be the person you are.
Just be a good person,
right?
Yeah.
Right. What you got, Coach?
Hey, started to jack up all your parlays, but Jacare just got subbed.
Did he?
Oh dang! I got okay.
Man,
my picks have been terrible.
Yeah, tonight.
It's getting worse and worse.
Mine has been bad tonight, apparently.
Yeah.
Hopefully, man, maybe I should change on my bets.
Yeah. I was on fire like when I first was making those.
So the week of, well, I started off with my bookie, obviously. You do the same thing.
Right.
Francis Zagano.
Yeah.
I started out with him.
I bet the house on him.
Oh,
I did.
nice.
I won.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, I literally was like, no way is he losing.
I felt like
And then
he
I
was
started
going
thinking,
to.
and then I started thinking, what if he does?
I know.
Right? It's a fight,
Like
right?
that
It's a
happens
fight,
sometimes.
right? I was like, oh,
I don't
shit.
know how anybody like
It's weird. It switches
for real
back and
makes
forth
big
sometimes.
bets on fights
I
because
know.
you really just
Don't know, right?
Somebody could be looking good, like all the way up until the weigh, and then you're like, "No, I saw something right there. Don't change it." And then it's like, "No, wait, they're walking out. I see the little
Then-
twitch in their
yep.
eye." You know, and it's like it doesn't
matter, right?
It doesn't matter.
I'm a guy that always goes
Yeah.
for my first instinct.
Yeah.
Right? Go with your gut. Go first instinct.
Mm-hmm.
I did. So it was you. I was on the roll. I was like, damn, I'm going to be a professional gambler. Right? So then
Don't kid
the
yourself.
next favorite view was you guys
Yeah.
with Usman, right? So I was like, yeah, I got to go home team, right? That's a no brainer.
Right.
So I did you two, and then I did, who else did I do, Cody? I did a four-legger. I forget who else was. Oh, Uriah Hall.
yeah.
Thank God that was fast.
Wow.
Right.
Before we, right?
Hey man, we were in the locker room warming up. So Uriah Hall, that fight,
Yeah.
then Valentina, then Rose.
Oh, okay.
Right. So we're sitting down and we're in the
Victory room, dude.
we're like
Yeah.
we're like in a rectangular shaped room. We're in the back left.
Yeah.
Right. Rose is facing the wall. I'm facing the long way by the front door. TV's on right there. She's like sitting down saying, "I'm the best."
Yep.
Right. I'm the best, but she's saying it under her breath. We all hear her saying it. She's been doing it for like 10 minutes now.
Yeah.
And then every once in a while she'll go, "I'm the best," and we would all catch it like, "Whoa, hold on, wait," and then she pull it back. "I'm the best. I'm the best." And we're like, "All right, now we're good."
Yeah, right?
We're sitting back there when Chris Weidman threw the kick.
Yep.
Rose is. I'm staring at the TV. She's facing just off in the distance. When it landed, the whole locker room goes, "Oh!" Right when she goes to turn her head, I said, "Hey, don't look. Don't
Yeah.
look.
Yeah.
Don't
No,
look."
everybody's
look?
reaction.
Did you look? 'Cause that's what, like-
Well, even when I did like turn, my vision's a little blurry. So
Yeah.
it is
Blurry.
kind of far to see, so that it don't matter. Like, kinda,
Like, don't look. Don't look.
Yeah.
Don't look.
But I could tell by everybody's reaction it was bad.
It was bad,
Yeah.
right?
The fights went quick, right?
Yeah. No.
we got.
great.
You know how you get to the locker room, they always tell you how much time you have.
Yep.
All right, so we get to the locker room, we're like, all right, we got about an hour and 20 minutes. Doom. All right, we have 17 minutes.
Yeah, you're like, oh, shit.
Everybody, it's time to go now.
I'm kind of glad though it went quick because like I don't know. Just sometimes you feel like you need more time. Sometimes you're like, let's go right now.
100%.
Let's not overdo this.
Everything happens
Yeah.
for a reason.
Yeah.
Right?
Mhm.
And, it's back to the same. Stay
Yeah.
ready. You don't have to get ready, right?
Yeah, and just
I
take
need
every.
to learn that because I have not been ready for a while.
Yeah. Well,
Well,
sometimes it's easier to give advice.
I
than,
know. That's what I
take it.
said. Fuck, man. This short drink break is brought to you by our people over at killcliff.com. Energy drinks that don't suck. You ever wonder why this podcast is the bomb.com? Well, I'm going to tell you why. It's because we be sipping on those Ignites all night long. My personal favorite is that cherry lime Ignite. And when I'm feeling a little freaky, I mix a little Tito's with it. And it is the bomb. There's no sugars. It's all natural flavors, B vitamins, electric lights, and I mentioned it's totally American and a proud partner of the Navy SEAL Foundation. Yeah, but it doesn't just stop there. They got a whole line of CBD recovery drinks with the brand new Flaming Joe out, Mango Tango, Orange Crush, Strawberry Daze, and the GOAT. Give them a try. Go to killcliff.com, check them out, pick your flavors, and when you're done, type in that GU15 to save that money. Hey, so this is the poll I want, Cody. Okay, give me a poll up.
All right.
I want to know, now that they've been together for a while, what is the poll? Who runs the household? When push comes to shove, is it the champ
Yeah.
or is it Pat?
I mean,
Pat already said.
I will say this. Is
Rose goes, yeah.
Yeah.
Don't tell me what you're going to say yet. Tell me what you...
We're a team. We're a team.
Okay. Well,
you know,
I'm thinking deep inside I got a good hint
yeah.
because it's kind of like my household.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
I'm a great number 2.
Right.
You know exactly.
Yeah.
that's why I
You
said,
know exactly what I'm talking about.
you know,
So
I'm a great number 2, man.
Yeah, that's just it. Hey, so it's funny you say that number 2, right? 2 weeks ago we were up shooting my range up here.
Yeah.
Bow. My daughter's with me, buddies are with me. We're shooting, and I shot an animal that was not very good. It wasn't a good score, and guy beat me on that animal. Cause it's like golf, right? Like you're playing with these rings, right? It's fun. That's one thing I want to show you guys how fun this is. Like frisbee golf, it's way better than that shit. Real golf, way better than that shit.
Yeah.
So it's like he beat me this hole, and my daughter goes, "Dad, if you ain't first, you're last." I'm like, how'd you learn that shit?
Ricky Bobby, huh?
Yeah. So either way, like honestly, like I think you guys are a great couple from what I know. But this is what I want to know. This is what I really got to give this man, just because I'm a guy and I know what it's like to deal with another gender, which is I love the other gender. Don't get me wrong. Gave me 2 beautiful women or 2 beautiful kids, right? Beautiful women, beautiful kids. Right? That's a sick of weed, dog. But that's what I'm saying. Like. So I just know what you go through, and let alone I don't know what it's like to go with. She's the champ of the world now, right?
Definitely a different dynamic. As far as,
right.
Yeah.
And Pat, like, you are probably the most. I don't know how. Ever since I met you back in the day, you have been the guy that. You are the perfect hype man. Mm-hmm. Like you really are. Like if I was still fighting, goddamn right, I don't give a fuck. If you ever coached me.
He's all in.
Training camp.
He's all in.
But God damn it, I'm gonna have you in my locker room, and you're gonna be the best hype man ever, and I'm gonna feel like King Kong coming out of that bitch, right?
You gotta find that video of you like doing that speech at the Pepsi Center with all the fight. Remember that one time?
I don't.
Oh man, it was great.
Was it like at the Ring of Fire or something like that?
It was. I think it was when Helen fought that one day, and then they like asked you to go in and like say something to all the fighters, and I mean, you were in the zone. It was great. Your like shoulders were sticking out. It's crazy.
But it takes a vet like them, right? Like you're a vet, man. Like
motivational
you
speaker.
You're the man. And for you to take everything you have done in your career, right? Like everything you have done in your career, and I mean, there isn't anybody that's ever fought that has not fought don't know what it's like to take that walk, right? Like everybody thinks like, oh man, you train for this shit, you do it. I don't care if it's your first fight or your fucking 15th fight, 30th fight. It doesn't matter.
It's intense.
It's right. It doesn't matter, right? It doesn't matter what fight it is. If you lose that feeling, then you should have hanged that shit up a long time ago,
intense.
Right?
It's intense, and I would like to believe it's impossible to have the same walkout twice. Those feelings are different.
Each fight is different.
Those thoughts, that voice, that the way you approach that, the way you approach the cage or the ring or the octagon, like the way you approach it every time is different. When you're in the hole, every time it doesn't matter.
Yep.
That's something that we paid a lot of attention to in this last training camp. It's something, I mean, the more we do it, the more I've had a long career. The more we do it, the better we get at manipulating it and figuring it out and making it better for our own.
Yeah, make it comfortable.
Yeah.
It's home field advantage every time you do that, right?
Yeah.
A lot of people, a lot of fighters prepare themselves to be ready for the fight, right? They don't prepare themselves to be ready for the whole thing.
Or like the after.
Flying there. They don't prepare themselves to be ready for the after part.
The week of the fight.
You have to be ready for. You can't just be ready for just the fight. You have to be ready for all of it. You have to be ready for going to the airport,
media day,
parking or getting dropped off. You have to be ready for baggage. You have to be ready for mask all the way to wherever you're going. You have to be ready for getting picked up and then getting brought to the hotel. You have to be ready for people in the hotel smiling at you, and then now you've got to do paperwork. You've got to be ready for
maybe run into your opponent or something, or whatever.
Maybe your curtain doesn't stay closed in your shower in your hotel room, and all week it drives you crazy.
Yep. No, that's the shit that people don't realize. Like, oh shit.
Like my shorts.
I don't have a tub.
My shorts didn't fit like the
We
day
got-
of the fight.
We got to the arena and they gave us
They were,
shorts
like,
and they were
loose.
too big.
Yeah.
At the arena.
They had to seam it like tighter.
Tighter.
That's why
Then-
the UFC
and they
is
asked
gangster.
me,
They
they
had
were
a-
like
they had
a
a-
quarter of an inch or half an inch, and I'm like, I don't know, like, because it's pretty loose. But I'm thinking to myself, if I say half an inch, it might be too tight. You know, so I
Right.
just say quarter of
Bruh,
an inch.
the
You know,
UFC is
Yeah, make
gangster.
those
They had a
decisions.
lady standing there. Huh? Let me know. Happy
Seamstress.
I'm like, I wish I could have
Right
tried this
on
on,
the spot.
Friday.
Goddamn
but
right.
on the
Can't do
spot.
anything
But
about
you
it.
imagine that feeling? You get there and the shorts are too big. You're
Yeah.
like, oh no.
Yeah.
Like for that
Fall apart.
That 5 minutes it took, because that lady she took them, got them right back. It was like
Really?
whoa.
5 minutes.
Bro, she hit right down the spot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
She's probably begging for some shit to happen too.
Bro.
Yeah.
She's probably
mean-
bored as hell, right? Like
Bruh, it's
in the
so-
back.
And she was calm. I was like, I was freaking out the whole
Yeah,
time.
that's
Yeah.
that's the hiccups
Yeah.
of.
But it was the new Venom thing, and like they had to. I'm sure there was all kinds of things they had to work through.
And then the
so,
weight cut and
yeah.
then the refueling, so maybe the body changed a little bit or something, but
Yeah, the sweat, like
Yeah.
everything. Like, where you at mentally?
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
that-
anyway, yeah.
Yeah, that's fucking sweet though that they have that shit.
Mm-hmm.
So
hey, I just thought about why. When we got there, we were 128 after the weigh-in,
Yeah.
weight cut, and then you put the weight back on, you fought at 125. So
Okay. Well, no, but I mean, it
3
was
pounds.
really
Yeah.
loose though.
Right.
It was like
it was a little looser.
it
than
was
what
like you know how like when you have
Yeah,
pants
because
that, like,
don't you
stick
try it
out?
on though? Did you try it
I
on
did.
when you first got that?
I did, and then
That's
they were
weird.
loose, and so they were going to tighten it up.
And they didn't bust it out.
They did. I don't know if they did
just
or
not
didn't,
enough.
but
Not
it just
enough.
wasn't enough.
you
Yeah.
had a different body from
I guess.
from Monday to Saturday.
This is
night.
the biggest weight cut that I've done too.
Was
I
it
mean,
really?
It was just like maybe 2 pounds heavier than last time, and the last time was the biggest one. So,
So
a
you
little
think
bigger
you're putting more
variation.
muscle on?
Oh
or-
yeah, for sure.
Because you're
sure.
getting you.
I mean, you can
it
look at
just-
my pictures.
I know. I saw
yeah.
that.
like
I saw
in
that.
my growth spurt, I guess. Or
Yeah,
something.
I
But
know.
I'm definitely like.
It was just like you're putting on muscle, and
I
like,
wrestled a lot, I mean, going back to Minnesota, I really, that really helps, I think, kind of bulk up, just sort of like working on the clinch a lot and heavy grappling there. I mean, we work on everything, obviously, there, but that's really what I concentrate on because Greg is like my kind of like, original jiu-jitsu
OG.
coach. And,
He's
yeah,
an
I
OG.
know. Yeah, so yeah. And then once we get back to Colorado, it's kind of like chipping away
Striking,
at it
yeah.
and like kind of more peeking and honing in, like Trevor with
yeah.
Trevor and stuff like that and sharpening everything.
I honestly was like, okay, she went back to her roots. I
Yep.
like this shit.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
that
I'm
was
more
cool.
grounded, yeah.
Yeah, well, here's the thing about that whole situation. When you go back and train of what you started, what got you where you are now today, I think that's sharpening
Yeah.
what you are already, and like, oh fuck, I still
Yeah.
have this shit. I just haven't done it for a while.
Right. And that was the thing. Like when I first fought Andrash, I wasn't grounded psychologically, but also physically. That's why I went up in the air. But psychologically, and going into that fight, I wanted to go back to Minnesota. There was something that like kept.
Really?
I wanted to, but I just didn't make a priority, And it was one of those things where next time,
Yeah,
and it's
yeah.
like dang, I should have went.
Yeah.
That was like the
Well, that's
very
dope.
reason that particular technique that got me slammed. I was doing it wrong. I did it for the wrong reasons. I hadn't brushed up on it, and so learn my lesson. And yeah,
All of that was the reasons why we were supposed to go, but we didn't go.
Yeah,
And then it happened. It was like, of course.
yeah, that was one of the main. I mean, there's a bunch of other stuff that happened, but that was for sure like one of the. First mistake right there.
Yep. Well, like
know?
I'm a man that says everything happens for a reason.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm a man that says that, and it does, whether it's good or bad.
Oh yeah,
Right?
I'm
It-
so grateful for that.
Yeah.
I all of my losses all have made me a better person.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
You got some, Cody?
Yeah, we got Jerry. He wants to know, Rose, what does post UFC life look like?
Yeah. So.
Fucking G, you
Definitely.
unfiltered, motherfucker.
Yeah.
We get deep here.
Yeah, definitely gonna be in nature. Gonna do. My plan is to, get into earthships more. I ended up doing, kind of a build in Indonesia in between one of my fights, and that fell in love with that. I've been super into that. Just anything that deals with being self-sustaining and helping other people do that as well, and definitely getting more, kids in the urban environments exposed to nature and martial arts and teaching them that.
And you even said that in like your interviews after you won the fight, the championship. Tell us a little bit more what's going on with Earthship, like
right.
Because I didn't know if I would have never even heard of Earthship if it wasn't for you. So educate me.
Yeah, a really easy way to kind of get a synopsis of everything is just watching there's a documentary. It may or may not still be on YouTube, but it's called Garbage Warriors. And I like to be careful on how I guess talk about this, because I think that I hate to say like environmentalism, because I feel like there's a lot of people that use such a good cause and then kind of twist it and aren't really for the environment or whatever. And besides for the fact that I think it's for the wrong intentions, I think people have the wrong impression when it comes to environmentalism. I think people think like, oh, we got to save the earth. It's like, no, the earth is going to be fine. We have to better distribute our resources and be more efficient for ourselves, because the earth going to shake us off like a little like the earth's gonna be fine. So yeah, and I think it just feels, for me, it's not about it's more about just like feeling good doing it. Like I don't feel, I think everything will be fine. But the Earthships is basically just a self-sustaining house. It provides water, or it collects water and it recycles the water. It filters through plants, so it's treated. All your sewage is treated on site. There's a lot of like so many details on how it'll blow your mind how much it has so many benefits. And in certain like hurricane places, it's very hurricane resistant. Even like the foundation of the Earthship itself, it's made out of like earth ram tires, so when say a forest fire comes through, maybe the wood parts might burn, but the actual foundation, which takes so long to make, it doesn't burn down.
Really?
Yeah, and or at least it withstands it like much better than everything else. And also it, in certain climates where it's cold, like in here in Colorado, it's one of the best places to build an Earthship, because it regulates the temperature inside. Like it's as close to 70 degrees inside as you can get without using any type of electricity or anything like that.
The thing is,
it's crazy. There's so many crazy things.
It's not just built; it's mathematically.
Yeah, like the angle of the window.
It's designed to be perfect
on the sun.
And then the heat goes through the window depending on which longitude, latitude you're at, and based on the time of the year and the sun patterns and everything like that, and it goes through the window and kind of the heat stores into the earth ram tires.
Into the tires.
And then it releases throughout the day, so it makes it very even out or consistent 70 degrees. Not like perfect, but pretty close to perfect. And you can supplement with heating devices and things with the solar power and so many crazy things. Yeah.
The dude figured it out mathematically.
Yeah.
And this is so crazy.
But it was a long time, a trial and error figuring this stuff out.
This is what's crazy about the whole thing, because like, you are a person that sees this shit, right? Mm-hmm. And you're a person that can afford a fucking great fucking house, a fucking everything else, right? Like, but you're still thinking of how can I make Earth
but that's the thing. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that's what kind of person you are. And that is why when you won that night, everything was so fucking real. Yeah. Like, there's no, like, disguising that. You know what I mean? When that I saw the can just shaking, your hand shaking. Yeah. There's no faking that. Like there's no faking of Pat saying you're the best. Right. You're the best. You know what I mean? Yeah. And you said I am the best, right? Yeah. Like there's no faking that. Yeah. And that is one thing that I will say that about you. Like you can go pretty much anywhere you want and say I want to live here. Yeah. But you're looking at like I want to build Earthships.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like I want to make this shit happen.
I tried doing a stereotypical vacation one time. It was oh, let's go into cruising. Okay, one of the biggest fights that Pat and I've had in our relationship is, I forgot what it was, but I was like, he was just trying to get me something some type of really nice gift or present.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I just don't like nice things. He's like, how do you not like nice things? But it was like, I forgot, like, your tensions were so high, and that's just what ended up coming out. But, I'm very, like, I'm not, like, I do like nice things every once in a while. Like, certain nice things. Like, I do have my little gold rope chain and things like that. Like, but there's gold has a purpose sometimes, or just different. Like, as long as it has somewhat of a purpose, I'm not. But other than that, I'm not a materialistic person, or I don't like idolatry and things like that. At least most of the time.
You can grow lettuce and kale.
Oh yeah, they got little
house.
aquaponics like tanks. You can have like
all year long, just in the house.
Really?
Yeah.
Right.
You gotta go see. Okay, you gotta go to New Mexico, and you can rent. Like they have rentals.
Yeah, really.
And you can just see how it works. You got to see it for yourself, because you're literally like, oh my God, this is like a little tropical rainforest. Oh, so there's, like I said, there's so many little things and like that work, like symbiotic relationships that will blow your mind the more you learn about it. For example, when you first build it and you plant the plants in there, and in order to have the thing running, to treat the water and stuff like that, one of the first things that you should plant in there, because of the properties of this plant, is a banana tree.
Okay.
Because it's very, I forgot if it's like parasite resistant, or it's just like very resistant to, getting sick. And for some reason, there's something about the banana tree that just really kickstarts it off. So it's like
in the house, in the house.
In the house.
So you're saying I could grow a
There's
banana
like a
tree
greenhouse.
in the house?
Yes.
A banana tree.
Yes.
In the
And that's
side.
one of the first things you should plant. It's not even like, oh, I can have this. Like,
My
no,
wife
you should.
will never love me no more.
Right.
Oh yeah, she'll never love me.
Right,
Yeah.
tell me the water. Go ahead, keep going.
Okay, I mean, there's other things, like, and one of the obvious things is, one of the greatest things about it is that a lot of it is recycled materials. Obviously, there's certain things like the roof that you can have to, like, buy specific supplies for and whatnot. But, the tires, we have, like, I forgot how many tons of tires that just go to waste every year.
Yeah,
But it's ridiculous.
millions,
Yeah,
probably.
just piles of
I mean,
it,
you look at the cars, and look at
Yeah.
the Denver traffic now.
Exactly. And Denver traffic's the
Right,
worst.
it's
Ugh.
bad.
Hey, bro,
It's bad.
Y'all don't have the problem out here in Colorado, but I'm from New Orleans, and New Orleans is really, really hot and muggy all the time.
Yeah.
These earth ships are designed a certain way. When you open the windows a certain way, you get a non-stop breeze all the time.
Really?
Breeze, bruh. Breeze and banana tree in your house
Banana.
with a breeze.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Banana.
Yeah.
The banana tree, and the temperatures is in the not.
Yeah. But I would say it has been a lot of trial and error to get to this
Where
point that they're at. Yeah.
Kind of like anything, though, right?
You know, and that's what the beauty of it is that, like, the dude, Michael Reynolds, the inventor of all of it, and he had a lot of really smart people helping him along the way and whatnot. But, like, they had to go through some serious trial and error and, like, things. And there was people that were really trying to stop them from doing this. And it's like, hey, because it's unsafe or unsanitary. It's like, hey, man, we need to mess it up so we can get to this point, and they fought it, and they did, and it's just, you got to watch Garbage Warriors. It kind of goes through the whole
Okay. Because you went all the way to what, Indonesia,
yeah,
and did this.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like
I was thinking in my head, like, I'm, the naive little, younger Rose at the time, like, oh, I'm going to save the world. I'm going to go do this. And, dude, I was just like, it turned into survival real quick. Like,
horrible.
but it was awesome. It was a huge learning experience.
Because I remember watching it.
Not horrible, but it was not what we expected.
I mean, we're comfortable here in America. You don't realize
100%.
it till you go, and you're like, whoa.
The experience,
Yeah.
The experience, because we say, you might call it horrible. The experience was,
It's awesome.
it was right, but it was just not what we didn't show up ready for that.
Mentally prepared.
That's why it turned into survival. It's not that the Earthships is not. It's for us.
Yeah.
We weren't.
And
we had the wrong shoes.
Yeah. No, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Sometimes when I go hunting,
And we're
I'm
like
what am I
fighters, so we
doing
think
here?
we can do anything.
What am I doing here?
Yeah.
Yeah. But, but you got to go, and then you learn, and then, every time gets better, right?
Yeah.
That's why we do it. But it's just funny, like, being, but I think out of most people that would try to jump off the cliff that far. I think we did pretty good so far. We never really know our limits as fighters because we think like, we did. This is the craziest thing, but everything's different. Everything's 100%. A different world.
I know.
Yeah.
Do you ever find yourself in a hunting situation with the wrong gun? If that makes sense.
Yeah, no.
Or like the wrong gear or something.
I find myself in a hunting situation where I'm like, why am I out here?
It's because you're in the wrong spot.
Yeah.
You're always in the wrong spot.
Like for real, has anything ever gotten the drop on you?
100%. 100%. When I first went mountain lion hunting
on Thursday, we went from the bottom to the top of Pikes Peak. And it's snowy up there.
That was our first 14er.
So we went from the bottom to the top, all 26 miles.
In the snow?
Yeah. It took like 14 hours, all the way up, all the way down. And the entire way down, I couldn't get the thought of
someone was hunting you.
Mountain lion or like what's the right protocol?
Because it's springtime.
Right, you know what I mean?
Well, I'm going to tell you right now. So this year was my buddy Alex. He took me out mountain lion hunting for the first time. And he only shoots mature mountain lions that are done or killed, just mature cats, which I don't know about all this. I've never done it before. So he has hound dogs, so they get on the track, they get on these lion tracks and they sniff them out, tree the lion, and we got to hike down to get these lions, right? To look at it to see, is it a female? Is it a mature male?
Gotta make sure if it's
Can we hunt it? You know what I mean? Do we want to kill it? Whatever. And I get there finally because I'm a slow hiker, right? And I'm wheezing this shit. I'm tired. I'm like, God damn, what are we doing this for?
Right.
And I'm like, oh my God. And I hear the ducks barking. They treat this mountain lion right above me, and I'm thinking, how many times have I been in the woods? Hanging out, hunting for deer, hunting for elk, whatever. And there'd been a mountain lion up there. Because you would never know. Ever.
Yeah.
I knew the dogs treed this lion up. And I had a look and I was like, oh my God, that is a mountain lion. And that thing is fucking huge.
Wow.
Right.
Yeah.
So I said this thing was huge, right? And Alex, the guy that's been there numerous times on hounds or on mountain lions, we ain't shooting this one. Still young.
Oh.
So then I was like,
but he might try to. No.
Then I started thinking I was like, okay, so I hiked all the way down here for nothing. So I took all these cool ass photos, right?
Or what does the one that we are gonna hunt look like?
Right.
Yeah, a Pat Berry, big motherfucker.
You don't want that.
No, dude. He was showing me pictures.
Bro, I was for real worried coming down. We went 13 miles down, and in my head, I'm thinking it's me,
especially because Mishka was worried
Noyes,
too.
and Mishka, and we're
the dog was worried.
And there's nobody. There's nobody for 7 hours, brother.
Yeah.
There's nobody. And the whole time I'm thinking, okay, if we see a bear, what are the rules? I don't know. And if I hear a growl, if I hear like a deep. If we see a cat of some sort, I think I'm gonna choose cat, right? So I was trying to go over my head. I'm like going in my head, like, for 7 hours, bro? For 7 hours, I'm trying to keep up with the conversation.
That was some good weed, dog.
I have the most worst blisters.
I
think my toenails are coming off.
Oh yeah.
It was a rough one. But I was thinking in my head, like, okay, there are rocks that are big enough that I can palm, but aren't too heavy to hold, and I think I would have to let a mountain lion dive at my face and right at the last second try to bash it in the nose with a boulder. Like, what do you do?
Yeah.
Other than hey, Rose Noyes, and Mishka. I've had two options. These are the two options I come up with. Is I say, hey, everybody keep walking, nobody turn back, just keep walking. There's a mountain lion back here. Just keep walking. I got it. And then I turn around, and then it's me and the mountain lion, and y'all keep going. Don't worry about me.
Yeah,
I got it. Right?
Yeah,
got it. I have that one, and then I have the other idea of if we see a mountain lion, yelling at Mishka to take off, because I would assume a mountain lion would chase the smaller, and she's not getting caught.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But now I've got to explain to Rose why I just told me Mish gonna take off running. Don't question me right now. Like, let's
go.
She's the bait.
Yeah.
She's not getting. Nobody's catching her.
She is really
You know
fast.
what I mean? But I've had those
Even
two. I've
in
had
her-
for 7 hours
7
coming down the mountain. I was thinking about, and if it's a bear, would now what? I'm
Yeah,
just
no,
getting eaten.
you ain't gonna do that.
Yeah. You know what's so funny you guys
Yeah.
said about Mishka,
did.
you know, how fast she is? Because I remember seeing her in the gym and everything.
Oh, hey,
Right.
Can I put this?
Yeah,
right
yeah.
Yeah, you can do whatever you need.
Thank you.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
I'm actually gonna take my shirt off.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, there we
get
go.
it out.
Wait a minute. Hold on. How long have we been on?
Yeah, I told
How
you.
long have we been on?
Hour.
Okay.
For 1 hour,
Yeah.
I've been falling forward. I've been fighting it for an hour. I just saw this. Thank you.
Yeah,
Alright.
just all you gotta do is pull that up and just, yeah, you're good.
But yeah, so about me's good.
You know what that little meme that says, you know, because she used to, remember we used to be at the old Red basketball hoop up there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that dog would come in and she would just be running. And you know, now that meme that comes out, that dog's running around, I'm fast as fuck,
I'm
yo.
fast as fuck, boy.
Yeah, that's what I think of Mishka. I'm like,
She is
man,
fast.
back in the day, that was that.
All day and night. That's
Yeah.
in my head. I was like,
That's Mishka.
That was the thought.
Yeah, that dog ain't fast as fuck. Mishka's fast as fuck.
Yeah.
Cody, what do you got?
Yeah.
We got a question here from LD. He wants to know, as a fan of both the UFC and the WWE, would you ever cross over to the world of sports entertainment and reign as a champ in the near future?
So it depends on who you're asking. Pat, maybe. I don't know. I just never say never. Never say never. Because if I say never, you know, I end up doing. I never thought I would do MMA. I was like, the first time I knew that when I found out somebody was kickboxing, and I'm like, okay, well, how do you block the kicks? And they're like, oh,
Yeah.
you just pick up your shin. I was like, what?
Yeah.
I would never do that.
Never,
I
right?
hit my
Ever.
shin on a couple of corners a couple
Yeah,
times.
coffee
Oh,
table.
that's the worst.
Yep.
Yeah, so, and here I am, you know, champ of the
know.
world. But so, like I said, never say never, but I'm not I don't know.
I mean, you could buy a lot of Earthships.
Yeah.
I mean, Ronda Rousey
Yeah.
did for a while. And,
Yeah,
you know,
I would need to train with her, you know, and she would need to. I just don't know how good I would be. Maybe I'd be really good. I don't know.
Oh, I think you'd be great at whatever you do, but I
Yeah.
think it's more like, are you ready to take on a little bit of more of like
Oof.
acting?
Right.
Because I mean,
I can barely.
don't get me wrong, it's real, but it's not like MMA real. You know what I mean? Like, you remember back in the grudge day, you remember the wrestlers that would come in?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that was
I
funny.
was like, yeah. Yeah, I know. I
that
was
was
the
the
same way.
best.
But I was like, damn, these motherfuckers, they actually do it.
They train
But-
like hard.
It's just a different thing.
It's a different thing.
different.
It's just a different thing. I wasn't
If
looking
I
at
could,
crazy
I would,
man.
but-
It's just a different thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
It is.
You use the word acting. Rose.
That's why I'm so honest, because.
Right. She has.
And that's the truth. That's what wins over people.
That's a
Yeah.
tough.
Yeah.
That's a tough one
It's
for
hard.
her. That's a tough one for her.
Pretending.
Is
I gotta be
playing
myself.
a role or something like that. That's
Yeah.
a tough one.
And I think
You know?
that's what a lot of people need to do more of. You know what I mean?
I
But I
mean,
think that's like the whole
it's a
social
blessing and a
media
curse.
deal, right?
Yeah.
So it takes over, and some people are like, "Oh, I got to be this image."
Well, I think
gotta be like
that's just one of the many different routes that you can take.
Yeah,
They're all right.
it's cool. I
you
mean-
know? they're all right routes.
Everybody
Some
got their
people-
own path.
Well, some people they'll go this way and they're really loud. Some people go this way and they don't make sound. Some people go this way and they flash money the whole time. Some people go this way and their thing is only, you know, I'll eat your heart. You know what I mean? Like, just like there's all the
It's mixed
different.
martial
There's all
arts,
the
you know?
different.
Yeah,
It's different.
it's a mix. Yeah,
There's just this Stephen Thompson way. You know what I mean? Like there's all the different, the Diaz brothers ways, the Thug Rose way. There's the Joanna way. There's all the different,
Yep.
all the different ways that you can go. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. I mean,
Well, we're artists, you know, we're
right,
fighters,
you know?
we're
Yeah.
athletes, but
They're
we're
all
also
right.
artists too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody has to
Entertainers.
Find out, you have to find out which route do you want to go.
yeah. What fits you?
You know?
And I think honestly, that's the best. That's the best way to do it. Is the way you do it. Is be yourself, Rose. And I think that's
makes it
what's
simple.
changed.
Yeah.
It's changed. I think so many people's life. Just
Yeah.
the last couple fights that you have done.
Because I think I think maybe it just gives maybe people permission to be themselves. Whereas I think sometimes they see maybe the Conor McGregor and stuff, and not, you know, what he did is great, or like say the, you know, I don't know, name another person, whatever, but just the people that have
George St. Pierre, like
all the different characters, they see that and they're like, that's what makes money, so I gotta do that. It's like, no, you could do it a different way. Maybe it will work, maybe it won't. But, you know, obviously that one way works, but if it's not something that you want to do, it's not gonna come out right.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
It has to be.
It's gonna be tiring.
Yeah, whatever way you choose, you just. I mean, you can do it however you want to do it, but whatever way you choose, you have to be as genuine to that choice as possible, and then you'll be successful at it. You know, I mean, it's tough to just pretend. But you got really other thoughts, and you know, I mean, it's tough to go out. It's tough to go out and mean mug a guy and look in his eyes and instantly tell it's not working.
Yeah, it's tough. 100%.
That's tough.
Oh man.
Well,
that's tough.
let's just take this, like the Joanna fight with you, right? Like, for her to be like that, that's just the way she is, right? That's her, whatever. And I even took that as when what's her name, the girl you fought last, right? And she told her to shut up, right?
Yeah.
And I thought that was the best, right?
Yeah.
And the way you do it, and just the way you handled yourself, was like the way, like how people were like, this is how you control a bully.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it was something different and unique, and like, this girl's on the top of the totem pole right here, fighting for the belt.
Yeah.
And then what you did to her in the recess, you know what I mean? Like out in the playground.
Yeah.
And you did that, it just gave everybody so much hope, and I loved it, man.
Yeah.
It was dope.
It was unexpected, because it's like, that's the natural thing to do. Somebody touches your face.
You want to fight back, right?
Oh yeah.
Especially as a
pokes
fighter.
it. She know how to push
She
the button.
knows how to do it and get in your head.
Yeah.
And do it. That's what she's good at.
Yeah.
You know. But you're just giving a whole nother window of people, like showing this is how you really handle these.
And you know, my psychological, you know, whatever tactics or anything like that, they're so organic, and so I'm just being myself, and it ends up messing people up, because it's like, dang, she's just being herself. Like, wait, but is she messing with me right now? She's confused as hell. Like,
she's a truth dog.
Yeah, exactly. You know but I also, you know, I have respect for everybody that does this, and yeah, I don't know. But at the same time, like, I'm coming here to do one job, and that's to win and to protect myself at all times, and that's probably gonna come at the expense of the other person, you know. So
yeah, it's
just it's a crazy
it
thing
is.
to do.
It is crazy. I got a few things to ask you guys. Like, I want to know, like, so when you guys first came to Grudge, right? Mm-hmm. How long have you guys trained before that, like individually, before you guys even met each other?
So I started out in Taekwondo when I was like 5 years old, and then started like dabbled in almost everything. Little stick fighting, and did a little bit of jiu-jitsu when I was like a teenager, like, you know. Then I ended up going to Duke Roof's gym when I was like in high school, but then I left and I came back, and then just kind of
early age.
So I've been as far as I could remember.
That's crazy.
I was a gymnast as a kid.
Were you really?
Yep.
Let me use the bathroom real quick. Okay, go ahead. Or should I go right now? Okay.
You go.
Yeah. Gymnast as.
This potty break is brought to you by Mountain Primal Fuel Sticks.
Dry jerky sticks, 100% American Highland beef with no hormones or antibiotics and 6 to 7 grams of protein each.
They come in 3 different flavors: original, sweet and spicy, and honey barbecue. It's great out in the field or even in the gym.
Text Gladiators to 81493 for 15% off your next order.
Yeah. Gymnast as a kid. Bowling team in high school. Drunk in college. Started kickboxing at 23 as a hobby.
No shit.
Yeah.
At 23, you started kickboxing at 23. And this is what you know. I mean, you're a bad motherfucker at kickboxing.
Yeah.
Like literally. And then you transferred over to MMA. So your base was kickboxing, though.
Yeah.
And I was lucky enough to see you fight. I mean, because I knew you of you before you even came to Grudge. So I was like, oh shit, I gotta get kicked by him. my dumb ass, right?
That's cool.
But it was, and like to me, like it was like, holy shit, man, this guy's the fucking real deal. And when I met you, I was like, dude, this guy even is cooler because you're Pat, right? Like when you meet Pat, you just know Pat, right? Like, and how I like it is, you're just you. You're not pretending. Same way as Rose. You guys don't act on shit. You guys know who you are. At 23, do you think you would have been better if you would have started younger, or what? Do you think you would?
Oh yeah. Yeah. Now I was in the backyard doing karate kicks and kicking a tree and then I had friends in college while we were drunk, right? I had friends in college who had I had a circle of friends, and everybody we're just like a Street Fighter video game.
Yeah.
I had a circle of friends, and everyone had a different physical appearance, and everyone knew a different martial art of some sort, right? So they had the wrestler, then the karate guy, the taekwondo guy, the short guy, the really strong guy, right? The heavyset guy. And then there was me, right? I'm light skinned with my hair combed backwards. I look like Van Damme. So I've got to be the kickboxer.
Kickboxer, right?
I had no choice, right? I've got to be the kickboxer, and I've always been one for. I guess it's more of a metaphor, but I've always been one for let's pick up one time 500 pounds twice instead of 200 pounds for a set of 25.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I've always been I'm straight through the wall guy.
Yep.
Like we can go around, we can do like when we're coming down Pikes Peak for like the first mile and a half in the snow. It's like we can do the cutbacks or follow me, and we just straight line because the sun's going down, we're running out of time, and my feet really hurt. I think I'm gonna lose my big toenail. Like all the cutback, we straight down the wall, right? So when it came to kickboxing, when you saw kickboxing in the movies and Tong Po, when you Street Fighter, when you saw Sagat, everybody who was a kickboxer in the movie was always the one hit, one down guy. Over. Yep. You know what I mean? They weren't jumping around and flying around the place. It was always two big strong hits. Over. You know what I mean? And then when you see K1 kickboxing, real live kickboxers, right? And this is the one that I look like out of all of my circle of friends. So that's the one that I started lying about that I was doing, but I wasn't really doing it.
You played that shit out good then, huh?
But I wasn't really doing it. I started when I was 23.
23.
Yeah, Russell Jones kickboxing in Baton Rouge, Louisiana.
No kidding.
Russell Jones kickboxing, where we kick everybody's fucking ass.
That's as real as it gets right there.
Yeah, I'm on my way.
So you left Louisiana to go to Minnesota.
I left to go to Milwaukee. I lived in Amsterdam for 5 years.
Okay.
I did 5 years in Amsterdam when I came back.
So you did a lot of kickboxing there then?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
that's where you got it.
Specifically for kickboxing. I honestly can't remember my timeline now. I know that I went to Duke for a year, then I went to Amsterdam for 5 years, then I came back, and when I got back in town, post Katrina, if I'm remembering this right, I went back to Milwaukee to go and train with Duke. And that's where I was there for 3 years in Milwaukee. Then we went to Minnesota for 3 years, and then we came to Denver. How long ago? 8 years now?
Like, so I remember when you fought Shane Douglas. Okay, when was the
7
Shane
years?
Carwin Ultimate Fighter? That was when you first met Trevor, and then you came out for the Shane Del Rosario camp.
Fuck, man.
And then we moved.
13 maybe.
It was around 2013.
13,
I know
yeah.
that's when we officially moved.
11, 13.
So like I think we're going on because
We're all over the place.
Mishka's going on 8. I think
Yeah.
we're going on 8.
Yeah,
Because we got her when we
first came out here, right?
we gotta write it out so
Yeah.
I can remember.
Yeah,
all
so
that.
Milwaukee 3 years, Minnesota 3 years with Greg Nelson,
Yep.
Denver for going on 8 now.
Yeah.
No kidding.
Yeah,
Wow.
Crazy.
yeah.
Crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But guess what, dude? You guys are doing it.
You
guys did it. You guys are doing it still.
Yeah, she's killing it.
For
Yeah.
real.
Ooh-wee.
Well, it's a team, dude. Like I said,
Yeah.
man. I mean, let alone you guys are a fucking power couple, but like your coach, her right hand man, like so you
Yeah.
get it all the
Yeah.
time, right?
Yeah.
When like certain fighters I can deal with, and they leave, they go their way, and I go home.
Yeah.
I'm over it, but you're with it 24/7,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got the best seat in the house.
Yeah.
all the time.
All the time.
Yeah.
I've got the best seat in the house.
It's
for
perfect
sure.
because I mean it's unique to us, right? Because I mean there's some other I think I think it's very extremely rare to be able to be in a relationship and like, yeah, intimate relationship, also doing this at the highest level. It's I don't know many other people that can do it. Like,
at the level
it's
that
really
you're at,
hard. It's really hard.
it's ridiculous.
It's hard to separate the two. Not just like, I mean, we don't really argue that much. We get along like 99% of the time. I mean, there's little things, you know, like just
any
whatever, obviously, but
for real,
it's
like
even
99.
just like sometimes it's just really
As of lately,
yeah
99.
yeah. I mean, yeah,
we figured it out.
Yeah, we
Really?
got
We
I think
figured it
we're
out.
in the cool part. As long
That's
as,
good.
We figured it
now.
out for like I've been saying, bruh, I'm having the time of my life
Yeah.
for like the last. I'm going on. I keep saying like the last year now. I think I'm going on probably a solid. I'm going on 3 years of
Time of your
I'm
life.
having the greatest time. Every day is the best day ever.
Yeah.
For like the last 3 years straight, even with the loss,
Yeah.
even with just all the stuff. So maybe 2 years. Every day is.
Awesome.
I think it's that I know how to have a good day now. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like I know how to have a good day,
Yep.
and I've been consistently having it. I've been having great days every day for sure the last 2 years. Every
That's
day
awesome.
has been.
I think it's just like knowing what makes you happy and knowing the things that you have to do in order to make you happy, right? Because I think a lot of people don't even know what they want half the time, you know, and that's really hard to know.
Yeah.
But lots of self-reflection, lots of honesty, lots of discernment, lots of guidance from up above. Like it's just, yeah, I'm blessed. We're both really blessed.
Yeah, that's. I mean, honestly, like, and what he just said is like that. That's honestly like, you gotta pat yourself on the back because you are, and is obviously a great partner for him, but let alone just to the world. Like like, I mean, obviously you see with my daughter,
Yeah, y'all are great.
right? You know.
I'm even awake.
Yeah. So you see
I'm just
the
saying this
impact
right
you
now.
have.
This is huge.
Yeah, it's cool.
You know, and I just, you know, you guys are making the best of where you guys are at right now, and I thank you guys for doing this. You know.
It makes it all more worth it because I'm an introvert. So I think I get so much more reward out of it. Like I've been told by someone before, like, just be careful about, like, you know, giving too much of your energy to other people and stuff like that. And that's totally true. Like, I do understand that, but there's also a way about giving that also, if you do it that in a way that makes you feel good, then it only energizes you more. It fills your spiritual cup, and it makes it so much more worth it. Some people, you know, they get a kick out of, you know, just I mean, my ego is very it comes out in the most unexpected moments when I need it to, right? Where your nose is broken and I ain't going down today. Like that's when your ego needs to drive. That ego is there for you when you need it, but you gotta know how to put that thing on a leash, man.
Yeah.
Because that thing can also distract you. It can, you know, get you in trouble.
100%, right? What you just said about putting like your energy and like so much into that, it hits home a little bit more for me to hear that from you because you know, like me and my wife were kind of like, I'm in the gym business, I train a lot of people. What am I supposed to do? Make them feel better?
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I'm there to be there, like, like when you're a trainer, you're a therapist, you know, counselor,
Right.
friend, whatever, you know, it's your job. And I think my wife is in the same, you know, she's a PT, she
Helps
like,
other people.
help people out in the worst situations, right? So she puts so much energy into some of those people, right? Just like how I do my job too every day.
Right.
And like we try to put up, we give.
It can be draining, right?
Right?
Yeah.
It's draining. So by the time we get home, sometimes
It's like,
it's like enough. I don't want to do it no more, right? So we get the bathroom bill. So I get that, like it is. And what you just said is like now that I've stepped back a lot from the gym, right? I feel like I am more at home now.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's what I needed.
Right,
you know?
right.
And everything.
Yeah, there's a I forgot where it is in the Bible, but there's a verse where it was like, I forgot when, and I was reading it at the perfect time in my life where it was like, there's a season for everything. There's a season for war, there's a season for peace, there's a season for this, that, and the other thing, and
It's Ecclesiastes.
yeah, exactly. That's it.
Yeah,
There you
you
go.
know it, you know it,
yeah,
yeah.
I knew it was with an E, but anyway, yeah, that hit me so hard because it's like I was there was a part in it where it says like something about there's a time for being together, like the word was like something about like socializing and then also isolation, and I was getting bummed out about the whole coronavirus thing and like
Yeah.
and it's weird because I'm an introvert. I actually don't really
Being by yourself, right?
right.
Yeah.
But I was kind of getting bummed out. I was like, man, I kind of want to be around some people, you know? And when I read that, I was like, oh, no, this is just a season for it, man. Like, it sucks, and I don't think it's right, and there's things I don't agree with it, but honestly, there's a lot of pros and cons, right? And so, it's the season. It's the season for everything.
It is. It's definitely a season. You got something for us, Cody?
Yeah, we got more questions here.
Oh.
This one's for Pat. Dee Dee wants to know, Pat, were you the one that taught Gaethje how to leg kick like that?
Oh man, I don't know honestly. I don't know,
And he got some really good low kicks, man.
dude. I don't recall ever.
Showing him something specific.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I know. I'm sure we've talked about it before. You know, over like years ago.
Maybe
But-
subconsciously
but
picked it up.
I don't know,
yeah.
man. But that dude's got it's just phenomenal.
yeah, he's.
It's all about timing, man. So I don't know.
And you'd have to ask him, probably, right?
Yeah, we'd have to ask him.
You know, I gotta step in this. I'm gonna say I had a little bit to do with it too.
I mean, I'm sure. I feel like I would ask Trevor that too because I know I feel like he had him kicking the bag a lot.
Well, I don't know, man.
I don't
It
know.
looked like, but the way he throws it, it's definitely
It's
like
different,
unique
like,
to him.
it's different.
It's definitely unique to him in a little way, but yeah, I mean,
My deal is like,
the little leg kick he throws from the clinch too. Like,
yeah,
you know,
it's so
stuff
different,
like
right?
that,
Like
yeah.
I was brought up. I learned how to kick from Dwayne Ludwig, right? Like that was my kind of
yeah,
my teacher, who I came up here to train with a lot. Like that was my kickboxing coach,
Yeah.
right? And so like it was different than what Gaethje's starting to do and what everybody's doing. Like it's so different. Like so like you know sometimes Gaethje when he kicks he's straight on the train tracks still.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I know that's a
Yeah.
no-no. Like we
Right.
all know it's. And it was just brainwashed to me. Step outside the train track, and you
Right.
get smoked, right? But Gaethje.
but it
doesn't
is the
fuck-
timing thing because
It
Pat
is.
is sort of you be on the train tracks like you don't really take an angle like I mean in a I don't know I feel like you
No,
would explain it better.
you're right. It's
You do what you.
You
so
go like super square. I feel like almost.
It's timing.
Yeah, it's timing.
You think it's timing? On
Yeah.
on.
I know it's timing.
Okay. Oh, shit.
Yeah, that's
me.
the.
For me, I know it's timing. It's not just low kicks aren't just a technique.
Right.
You know what I mean? The low kicks are a reflex. Let's say it like that. It's all about timing. You can have a garbage low kick, but if you throw it at the right time when a guy can't do anything about it, and the kick
Yeah,
is going to be
100%, yeah.
it's timing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You can have a regular low kick with even not much impact, but if you know how to throw it at the right time, you can be very effective with it.
I feel like the one where you get off a train, like get on an angle like that, like it does like. I feel like it's not as much power as when you're straight on like that. I don't know if you feel like is that.
It also
yeah.
depends on
Yeah,
which
that's
one.
true.
You can be off the train tracks because you dive into the side,
Right.
and you're
And
gonna
try-
die with this one. Like you know what I mean? Like you can.
Yeah.
You can be off the train tracks, and that can be. It just depends on what kick you're throwing. There's a trillion low
Yeah.
kicks. You know what I mean? It depends on which one. But timing, it's not because you can have the world's greatest low kick ever, but if you don't know when to throw it,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? It's not.
Yeah.
that's true.
Timing is where it's at.
I
Knowing
see.
when to throw it.
Yeah.
Knowing when to throw it and having the reflex to throw it at the right time when the person is most likely not going to be able to do much back.
Right. I hear you. When you said that the right timing. Now let's go back to the championship fight. This last fight, right, with you.
Yeah.
When you threw that head kick, did you know it was timing, or you just felt it?
It absolutely was timing, but yeah, it was all set up. I mean, I wasn't thinking in my head high kick, left leg high kick inside the guard. I wasn't thinking that.
You were thinking
specific.
this.
I was thinking I need. Oh man.
You like the gold belt.
Yes,
That's what you like.
I was thinking I need to make an opening. That's all I was thinking. And I was doing a bunch of little intricate things in order to crack that code. And I needed to create an opening, and once I saw that opening, my body filled it. So it was a reflex. It, like he was saying, like low kicks are a reflex. Like that was a reflex. It was like boom. I didn't think like my left leg had a mind of its own because it was trained, thousands of times. And it was crazy too, because like we were looking back at old footage of this whole training camp, and it was there the entire time. I landed it so many times.
High kick the entire.
And it was weird because it was like that specific, that was just like number 2 on my list of game plan.
Really?
And it was like going to set up something else. And that's the same thing with the left hook that knocked you out. I was setting up the low kick. It was always a setup. So but like I said, the main thing I was thinking about was I need to create an opening. Use all my little tools in the toolbox. Okay, I need to this, that, the other thing, and boom. Okay, there it is. Boom.
And then it was it.
And then exactly. And then I saw her body go, like, oh shit, she's falling down like a tree. And then I was like, okay, run in.
Yeah, right.
And it almost looked like I've been in this situation many times before. Being a finisher, you gotta know how to, control that adrenaline spike, because they could be a zombie.
Yeah,
they could come back. You know?
They play possum.
So exactly. And now you like this, like, damn, that was my
blew
chance.
my load. I'm done.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, so yeah.
I guess the other thing I'm kind of interested about, like, not taking away from fighting, right? Like, I know me and you can bullshit. We all can bullshit forever. But what I want to know is, you being a badass fighter, we're champ of the world, right? Right? And you have Pat Barry, another bad motherfucker, right? And you find gardening.
Yeah.
Your guys is fucking like an outlet then, or what? Is it like
it's
something that you love? Obviously, you're into earthships and you like nature, period, right?
Right.
You guys do 14ers.
Yeah.
That's your shit.
No.
I mean, well, 14ers is that was the first 14er we ever did.
No, we did it. That was it.
Yeah.
That was it.
Ever since I was a little girl, I was, about her age. How old was she now?
5.
5.
6?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That
Gonna be
age.
6.
I was in kindergarten. When they asked us what we want to be when we grow up, I said I want to be a farmer.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and ever since then, I was put into martial arts as a little girl, and I think that's gonna be my thing, is fighter to farmer. That's my goal, is my dream. So I don't know what I'm gonna farm. I'm really into like matcha tea, so maybe one day I'll learn how to grow matcha. I don't know, but I think Earthships is a great start, and
getting into that.
Yeah, maybe I'll just be Earthship Farmers or Earthship MMA Academy Farmer.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
There you go. That's something.
But I do feel like it's always been my purpose. It's been my calling. But it's the only thing that is just as rewarding as getting that knockout or that finish or that submission or that spectacular, that all-time high, because you prepared everything and you did everything. But that's also like, I mean, let's be honest. It's kind of it's a destructive energy. Obviously, there's so many positive things that come from it, and we're not intentionally trying to permanently hurt the person, right? Obviously, we might cause some damage. We might be gruesome sometimes, but yeah, I mean, ultimately, we all want to go home to our families and everything like that. So it's not like actual war, but yeah, the nurturing energy is so much. I wouldn't say so much more. It's actually it's just as rewarding, and when you get that first tomato that you planted that seed in the ground, you watch that thing, or you planted that weed plant, you get that butt. Like, it's just truth, like wow, it's just as good as the belt, man.
Right.
Like I don't know if he would agree, but it's
cool.
very rewarding.
Cool.
I didn't do any of the stuff not any of the stuff, but I didn't do a lot of the stuff that I do now. ever since meeting Rose.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't. My gardening was in my family, but it wasn't gardening. It was we got to go cut the grass, cut 10 yards.
It's a chore.
100%.
Yeah,
Yeah, just like me.
That wasn't.
Yeah.
And I was thinking about this today while I was pulling weeds out the garden today. That was always my job. They wouldn't let me do the lawnmower until you.
Oh, there's tough parts about it that suck for sure.
My job was always weed puller, and I was thinking that if I could go back, I would have done that so much better because all today I got all of them.
Because you know what it does right now. Yeah.
Or I'm Pat, so I saw one. Now they all gotta go, and I walked through the entire yard and I pulled them through the entire garden bed and pulled them all out. Like that'd have been cool, but I didn't do any of this stuff. I didn't do any of this stuff. I didn't have a dog inside the house. You crazy? Like,
Me too. I was the same way, dude.
Are you crazy? You don't have a dog inside the house. You know what I mean? So I didn't do the stuff that I do now. What are we talking about?
No, that's what I'm saying. Like it's good though.
Bruh,
like she introduced you something. She introduced something to you.
Yes, and it's cool as a mug to go and watch
it grow. Yeah. Right before your eyes.
It's also cool to
eat it.
Yeah, that's the best part. But it's also cool to go to the garden and not being on the same page about something.
Oh yeah, we have arguments.
and watch the plants kind of get sad.
Affected, by your energy.
Really?
I just water them sometimes like motherfucking.
Start growing. I gotta eat your ass.
Or just like, man, the season's been going on. It's been how long is the season, man? What you still?
Well, you're not having fun with it. You're just like, it's a chore. It's a chore because there's sometimes where it's like, it is a lot of work, man. I mean,
but yeah, it is a chore though.
Yeah.
Really.
Sometimes you go hunting. I'm sure that's. Sometimes it's a pain in the ass. You know?
That's what I was just kind of comparing. You know, now that what I do is I hunt, right? I like to hunt. It's my shit. I love to do it. You know, I'm done fighting. You know, but like hunting, like so you watch, let's say a tomato grow. Some say tomatoes, some say tomato. Like I put trail cameras out in the area that I'm gonna hunt. So I watch an animal, certain deer or whatever, a mature deer. I get to hunt a big deer, whatever, right? And I get to watch it all season long, and I get its pattern. And I'm like, if I'm at this spot and I can fucking throw a good arrow at this area, I can get this meat, right? Get this animal. Fucking, I'm the man, right?
Yeah.
And it never works out that way though for me.
They don't say no.
Yeah, right? They out.
Never.
But damn it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's the same thing I think when you guys are gardening.
But then when you do catch something, it's like, it's exhilarating.
This is why I do it, right? Like when I do it, right?
Yeah.
And same thing, we have our greenhouse out here, right? And dude, what I love, my wife gets off work, she gets to go out there, water, bees her for a minute.
Yeah.
I have a glass of wine out there, because that's what she does, right?
Yeah.
Has fun, talks to Eva, catch up with Eva. Then I go out there and I'll be like, I told you we should have put this shit over here on this side.
Yeah.
You know,
right.
But it is literally
trial and error.
It's so fun because she has something to do out there, and we watch it, and then when we have some cucumbers, lettuce, whatever, and we eat it, dude, to me it's like rewarding.
You get better and better,
and it tastes better.
Yeah, dude.
We grew so much perfect kale.
Oof,
every
really?
time
every
time I'd eat it, or we'd have people come over for some, hey man, you want to have some kale tonight?
Yeah.
Kale. Every time I'd eat it, it's like, what is this shit in the store now? It doesn't.
The store is so much more like bitter and
real. Eating our own kale was ridiculous, right? It gave me this feeling on the inside. But the best part was watching everybody else eat it and watch everybody else go, oh.
Dang, I didn't even like kale. Right? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right? How easy was that to just grow some kale? Then we drove all the way to New Orleans with a garbage bag full of it for my mom and my sister. And we just watched them all do the same thing.
Yeah, and his sister loves kale. You know?
Really?
So she was like, it's the best thing ever.
We grew this.
Really?
We grew
You
this.
guys did.
Yeah.
The same thing with like me grilling now. Like I love the point of feeding out.
Yeah, like that steak. It was so
that
good.
Was the best,
no, that's what I'm saying.
The best grill and the best seasoning. Everything
Not
that
even
you
trying
used
to
was
guess
the best.
I did it, you know. I was just fishing for a compliment again. I don't get it very much.
Best steak, best smoker
Oh,
grill.
fuck.
What was that again? Which one was that?
That was a ribeye and a tomahawk.
Shout out to ribeye and tomahawk.
Exactly. All right. on this segment right now, I want to bring in this in right here. Ready? Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
All right.
Is Mishka still in here? Mish.
Mish.
Oh, she's right there. Oh, cool. She found the bed.
Yeah, that's why I got it out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, who is the clean one and messy one?
Oh, it depends. It depends, cause I would probably say like, I mean, Pat usually like complains about me being like dirty sometimes. I think more than him, but then he'll be like, wait, like, but I think as far as, I think I'm like more hygienic.
Oh yeah.
I'm more hygienic. Like I'm the type of person like I'm a little bougie now with showers at the gym. Like I used to be the person. I would still, if there's no shower at the gym, I'm spoiled now. Like now all the gyms that I go to have a shower, so I must. I can't.
You gotta
even
have a
like,
shower at the gym.
Yeah, exactly. And I could deal with it if there's no shower, but like I gotta like. Change my clothes up. Pat, man, he's the worst with that. I'm like, you'll be sitting there with sweaty clothes. I'm like, dude. Yeah, but it's only if he work out.
Yeah.
And he hasn't worked out in a long time. He's just lay on the floor like, I'm like, Pat, you need to get up. You need to wash it. But
you need to
as
wash
far
that
as
ass, Pat. Is what you say.
But as far as like maybe dirt in the house or something like that, I don't know. Like I'm a wild child, so sometimes I'm a little dirty. So it just depends, I think, on the thing.
Okay.
Or like clean it, like in the kitchen, like as I'm cooking. Like he's probably better with cleaning while you're cooking, right?
Yes, I get that.
Like I'll forget sometimes to put the spoon on this little thing or something so it doesn't spill, or just little stuff like that. But
But that's what we team. I come in,
Yeah.
I swoop it up, back to it. So every time
Yeah.
she goes back in, it's brand new kitchen.
but
So-
when it comes to training, I think I'm a little cleaner.
Yeah. God damn it, Pat. Now we know where the ringworm comes from.
Which is funny because it's a rare.
It's
I
not
don't
me.
think I really ever remember you having ringworm. Like
I've had it
maybe
once.
a couple times.
Once. Yeah.
I had it once,
Yeah.
a long time ago.
Many
Yeah.
minutes ago.
It's been a long time.
It happens.
Yeah.
Who is the worst driver out of you two?
The worst
Well,
driver? That's a tough one too.
you're definitely like
Keep going.
you're definitely the better driver, like the more professional driver.
Yeah.
No, I should say professional. Well, you're like Jason Statham with the driving, I'm like an old woman driving, but I'm safe. I'm the safer driver.
I delivered pizza for 6 years.
Yeah.
I'm a professional driver.
Yeah, he's like the race car
Yeah.
driver. But you're like skilled. I'm not the best parallel parker and things like that.
Yeah.
And I
Right?
have bad
I mean, so I
vision,
guess-
so I gotta wear my glasses.
There's two answers to that. I mean, I guess we're both.
Mm-hmm.
We're both the worst driver. We're both the worst driver.
Yeah.
I'm the worst driver because I don't always do the speed limit, and sometimes I'll smoke you to the next red light, bruh.
Yeah.
just sometimes that happens.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes,
You've gotten a lot better
Yeah.
over the years, though.
yeah.
We got the last wreck.
Hey, we got a question from Lola. She wants to know, Rose and Pat, what are your guys' pet peeves
Pet
of
peeves.
each other?
Oh, of each other. Oh, I know there's a lot, and I just can't
Yeah.
think of it off the top of my head.
Is it who's got the better buzz cut?
She for sure does.
Yeah, I think mine's fresh more often. But,
Way for sure.
but yeah, I'm gonna have to think about the pet peeve ones because I know for a fact that I have a lot of pet peeves that Pat does.
Yeah.
I just can't think of it. I don't know.
It's not even. It's yeah. It was like it's little shit. All right. It's little shit like.
You definitely like
It's
just
just-
the way you describe certain things, like I don't know, just your exaggerations maybe on things, like your
Yeah.
hyperboles, like without being
Making
but
the story
no
too,
pun intended.
Too graphic. Making
But
the story
yeah.
too graphic.
Yeah.
Like little things like sometimes I walk in and that's where I throw my socks. I know it doesn't make any sense, but
Yeah.
they're right there. That's where I
Ooh,
throw them.
I
And
know.
then sometimes I come back and they're not there anymore because, right? But then it works the other way, right? Because Rose walks in sometimes and she's like, "What the fuck?
Okay.
Why are these socks right here?" So she picks them up and she takes them, and then I come back and now I'm looking for them and I can't find them. Right? You know what I mean? So it's
Okay, I know
Same thing.
the like it's something specific, but because that's why I said there's a bunch of little stuff. But like, okay, your weed supplies be all in my fruit bowl, like the little where the fruit's supposed to be, and then you keep the charger there, and I'm like, this is supposed to be a beautiful fruit plate thing.
I've been thinking about
and you
that.
were like, where's the charger? I'm like, it's in the drawer, because I don't like it just
Is that-
wrapped around a mango or something.
Yeah.
And then there's like the grinder like in there. I'm like, this is so ugly. It's like a
Okay.
fortune cookie.
All
It's like, what the hell?
All right, I was wondering about that.
Yes.
You're right.
Like
'cause
every a
you're
couple weeks,
right.
I clean it out.
That is funny.
You're right.
This is ugly.
That's real.
And I just want it for fruit. And then if it's not clean, if it's not like just fruit, I can't tell if there's maybe one that's a little moldy. You gotta throw it in the compost or something. I don't know.
But you can never find the moldy ones because I already found them and threw them out.
I found some moldy ones. I find moldy ones all the time, man. So I'll probably come up with like 10 other ones as we're driving home.
All right.
Oh,
So,
I have another one. So,
Okay,
sorry,
no,
real quick.
what you
Just talking about driving, being too close to the person in front of you. I'm like, or speeding up right to the red light.
Who does that? That's my wife, dude.
I'm the driver.
I'm like, what if they gotta stop right away? You're gonna
Yes.
fucking ask them.
I'm
It
like,
scares the
those-
shit out of me. White knuckle me.
Yeah,
Dude, I know.
But anyway.
Yeah, or I get a windshield.
Yeah.
A rock in my windshield.
Oh,
you know what I
that's
mean?
the
Like,
worst.
I'm like, look at your windshield, look at mine.
Yeah.
Here's this shit's all fucked up.
Yep.
You know?
See?
Okay. Coffee drinkers?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sort of.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you guys more of a Starbucks kind of person?
Hell no.
No.
Or a gas station?
We
coffee?
bougie with the Breville espresso maker. We stopped going to coffee shops ever since
do it
the
all-
COVID
you
thing
guys
because you
do-
gotta scan the menu. I'm like, hell no, I'm just gonna get
Do
an
it
espresso
yourself.
machine.
Yep.
Screw that.
So you got your own machine now? You got a
Yeah.
nice one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But for this last training camp, we kind of like cut off the in the training camps. I like to cut off coffee and just do tea. I'm a huge tea drinker, but yeah, in between training camps is nice.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
So I was telling you, dude, like my wife told you today at dinner, I'm a lightweight when it comes to like drugs,
Yeah.
like Percocets, if I have surgery, whatever.
Yeah.
I gotta take like half the dose because I'm a weak dude.
Yeah.
So I take these gummies, right,
Ooh.
to sleep, right, to help me sleep at night.
Yeah.
Dude, I get fucked up on
Yeah.
a full one, so I gotta buy them. I gotta take a 10 milligram into a 5 milligram. Hopefully, maybe it's a 4.
Yeah.
It fucks me up, right?
Yeah.
I'm so weak. But same thing, like I was just
Yeah.
saying, like I literally have to do always half the dosage of everything, you know?
Yeah, the edibles was. I finally come back around to like them being okay, but it has to be like 5. Can't be no more than that. So, but there was a moment where I couldn't even do it at all, and then when I broke my nose and the surgery and everything like that, that helped the post surgery and stuff.
Did
like
it?
That, but yeah,
That's
but it's
what-
still too much sometimes.
But not the
Yeah.
chocolates.
Can't do the chocolate.
I don't like the chocolate.
Yeah, it
edibles.
kinda
like
messed
like
up the
candy
flavor.
edibles, like the not Twizzler, but you know what I mean, like the
gum.
fruity candy.
What about the gummies? Can you do
Yeah, no,
gummies?
Gummies are
those
cool.
are great. Just as
Yeah.
long as it's not.
Or those stroop
sugar.
waffles are good.
Those are great. Those are great. Little caramel waffles.
Those are good.
I never had them.
THC.
Yeah, you should try.
They're delicious.
I taste it because you don't
Great.
taste the THC. Sometimes when you can taste
Yeah,
the
yeah,
THC,
yeah.
you're like, ugh. And then I just.
That's
Yeah.
like in the cookies, like
Yeah.
like actual cookies.
No, I like it light.
We had too many of those. In
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, we had to.
Throw them out.
But yeah, but like the gummies, like these.
Yeah, the gummies are
These
good.
great. Yeah.
That's what I like. So, next question. When you guys watch movies, is it more comedy or is it action?
Okay.
It's been a
Okay.
long time since I feel like the older I'm getting, the less I'm a movie person. You know, honestly, in my opinion, you know, and even like I would love it for there to be more comedy, like the new movie that just came out, Barb and Star Go to Del Mar. That's like the first comedy that I've watched in a long time that made me laugh. That was like, wow,
Really?
this is how movies used to be. I miss it, you know. But
Yeah.
it's really hard for me to get into movies these days.
Same thing with you?
Oh, he knows movies. Yeah.
Yeah, well, we've been. It's been tough to. It's been tough to sit through a new movie.
Yeah.
For a while now. You know, for a while. Like we can go back and. We've been. I don't even know. You know what we've been putting on, bro?
Nature documentary.
Nature
Oh,
documentaries.
yeah.
Like that. Like,
Okay.
Just nature documentaries.
But he
learn
knows
about,
a lot of movies.
Learn
though.
about snow owls.
Yeah.
Right, but as of lately.
Yeah.
Like
all been
in
about that.
the last few years, You know, all the movies that are winning these awards and all the. It's not the movies. It's just wherever I'm at in life. Just as I'm.
We're in a movie right now.
You're right. As I'm sitting through a movie. As I'm sitting through a movie, as it's going, I can't. I'm not able to allow myself to watch to enjoy it. You know, I can't get into the movie the way I once got into the movie. I've got to figure out a way to get into it. Like I'm sure it'll come back around, but as of right now, just for a while now, we haven't been into like a movie.
Right? Yeah. I get that
everything's
because
so exciting already. It's like too much input.
Well, the thing is,
we got to grow some lettuce because that takes a really long time, and that's really slow progress. Really slow for a really long time. You know what I mean?
You know what? I got time for movies.
I don't know. You got shit going on nowadays, man.
I know.
It's like, so, and not shit going on nowadays. You saw that kick. The whole world saw that kick, right?
Everybody saw that kick.
The entire planet saw that happen.
People that don't watch MMA hit me up and they're like, I love that girl. She's from Colorado. I'm like, yeah, I know her. And so this is what it was nice about this whole thing. People that I barely even talked to, barely knew, I don't even know how to tell them a number, hit me up that night after you did, right? Mm-hmm. It was kind of what we were talking about, like, oh, now you want to be my friend now, right? And I was like, yeah, it was cool. It's Rose, right? And everybody's seen that on the clips, highlights, social media, everywhere. It blew the fuck up, right? And it was like, I think what the American people needed, like some of us needed, like, let alone not the people that, you know, in America, but just people needed to see that of what kind of person you were. And I don't care if you're, you know, any race, whatever. If you had a heart and you had good spirits, you felt good that night. Like, I'm telling you, dude. I was around a bunch of testosterone in the same room when we watched this night, and I got choked the fuck up. Like, it was unreal. Like, just because it was so I don't even. It felt
right. It felt right.
It was. No, it was like fucking way better than it felt right. You know what I mean? It was like I was there living that. Like I had something to do with that. You know? Like people hit me up. Like they were like, dude, I've never felt this way for ever winning. Like my kids won championships. Was not the same. Same thing. You know what I mean? Like,
we definitely. And I like what you said that about America because like we do need that. I think you know. It's a little demoralizing the past couple of years, and like I think there's just been this I guess undertone of like just shitting on ourselves and like, oh, we're the worst, and we're definitely not perfect. We have a lot of issues, but man, this is you gotta if you're saying this is the worst country ever, then go somewhere else and see how it is.
Go find, because they've never been to another country
and live there for a while, at least a month. Stay there for a month and see how you like it. And I'm not saying, you know, every place has its beautiful things, and my family came from a different country, and and I love it there, and I miss it, and I really want to go and see my grandma's. And there's so many beautiful things. There's so many beautiful things about everything, but I think. In order to appreciate certain things, you gotta have the crap that goes with it. And so, I think it's because of, you know, obviously certain things that I said kind of got twisted and whatnot, but my intentions were, you know, the fact that we can just be proud to be American, like, you know, obviously, but that's the part of it is that we can talk crap about ourselves. We can have the freedom to criticize or to say how we feel about things. And that's the whole point, is just freedom.
100%, dude. Honestly, like, and that's one thing that I know it's about fighting. I got to travel the world a lot to fight, and I will never change that. I'm so glad I got to do that. But I also got to see the world, shitty worlds. You know what I mean? Like I got to see some shitty places, and me and my wife's been to a few places, a few islands, and I'm always wanting to go explore. Right? I want to go see Dominican Republic. Let's go see Haiti. I want to see that shit. I don't want to stay on the resort. I know what it's like on the resort. The resort's nice.
You know?
It's nice. I come back. It's home.
It's safe,
it's nice. But I want to go out and see. That's why I come here, right? And I want to get with the locals. And fuck, dude, it's scary. And it's sad. the kids, dude, it's sad.
Yeah.
And like for us to say that, you know, we got it rough. No, we don't got it rough here.
I mean, you know, it's all I think it's just different kinds of rough, right? Like there's the I think what maybe didn't really get expressed in the first Joanna fight that I had, where I forgot what the conversation was. I was doing some type of phone conference, and I was talking about, you know, mental health in this country, and that's I think where we have it rough. Where we have it rough is just the psychological side of things, you know, and obviously, you know, there's racism and things that's never been like fully I don't know, like there's problems, right?
Yeah,
and so but yeah, like physical comforts and access and resources and opportunities and, you know, being able to express yourself and say what you want to say, those are the things that are great. So, and then, yeah, other places, obviously, like you said, scary, sad, a lot of times. And then there's, like, certain level, but then it's weird how when you can experience, like, those bad things, and then, like, it's almost like, here's an analogy, like, you know, if somebody's blind, their hearing is really good, and vice versa. Like, if you're, you know, deaf and you can see better, whatever, like, it intensifies other senses, right? So if a place is shitty in one aspect, then it makes something else really way better. And you know, obviously Indonesia, when we were there, it's really poor country, very polluted, and seeing, like, you know, groups of orphans just like raising each other, and it was like crazy to see that. But then to see the also the compassion that people had for each other, like just in the villages and stuff. But then I don't know, it's just different everywhere.
You have to go out and experience it.
And then you experience also the scammers, right? Then
100%,
it's weird. You got to experience everything, you know?
No, yeah. That is, you know, that's another whole aspect of the whole deal. But we have that here.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? We have that here.
Yeah.
Bro, what kind of reaction did you give? Are you the type that reacts instantly with an explosion? Are you the type that reacts with like a freeze for like a good 5-6 seconds and then something happens? Because I'm the second one.
I think in my younger days, I was the more explosive one. Like, and that's one thing I've matured to. I think I like to think I'm matured. Is you know, especially having a family now, kids, and they're like my number one now. Like I gotta love like what's best for them, right?
Yeah.
Instead of just my explosion. Like old days, somebody said something, I fuck them up, right? Like consequence. Second option you gave me would be like freeze 5 minutes. You know.
Yeah.
Calm down.
More collected.
Yeah. More, I feel like I'm more responsible.
Yeah.
I want to say.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would, plain and simple, I'm the second one.
So what I'm saying, so when the kick landed, you froze?
No.
Oh, so you're not.
No. So when that kick landed, it wasn't even 5 minutes. I bet it was
a solid 4 minutes, Cody. 5 minutes, I didn't really say anything. And I was just like, I felt like I was Trevor behind a corner. Like, I expected it, but I did it. I did it. Like, I was more like emotion. Like, I was trying to bite my inner lip. Like, you know? Like, you know, when you try to bust that nut, you don't want to bust the nut. You're like, I don't want to.
So stupid.
You know what I mean? Like, oh, for about this time I live, I don't want to cry. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I felt like. And then after I erupted, I was like, boom, giving everybody fucking fives, like hugging, picking people up. Like, I felt like, you know, I fought that night. You know what I mean? Like, that's so. Old Luke, when she hit, it would not have hit me as hard as it hit me now. Yeah. Like, early Luke, I'd have been like, I expect that shit. Fuck yeah. That's what we do. Yeah. You know? It was just different for me now. It was way more emotional. I'm soft. I got a girl now. You know, I don't know. I just felt like, because I know exactly, you know, what it takes to get there. To one, right? To get what she went through, let alone, like, fighting for a belt was one thing, right? For a UFC belt. I've never fought for a UFC belt, right? But I had fought just to even get to a fight like that is unreal. And for the emotions to get there for all 8-week training camp, it's a fucking roller coaster.
Yeah.
And everybody knows who Rose is. She wears her emotions on her shoulders, right?
Yeah.
Like on her sleeves. Is that right? Shoulders?
Yeah,
sleeves?
sleeves.
Yeah, your sleeves, yeah.
Right.
She wears it. I was like, man, we got me. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting deep, right? So I'm like, fuck, man. She wears it more than anybody. And that was so perfect to what she did that night. You know, the way it came out and played and the way she did it. Like, you cannot make that shit up. Dude.
No, it's not a better like movie script or.
No, man.
That's what I'm saying when we talk about movies. I'm like,
you're living a movie.
Yeah, I could just replay
You are the
that
biggest
moment
star
over and over.
of your movie.
Yeah.
Like, it is.
Yeah.
It is. Like, it's nuts.
Bro, we do a lot of sitting around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of sitting around. Yeah, everybody's like, oh, yes, you go on vacation now. I was like,
Yeah. Even like Daniel Cormier asked us, like, so what do you guys do all day? We're like, man.
I fast.
Yeah. What do you do all day?
Because that's what we see, right? Like, you praise your dog, but that's
it's
like,
very simple, you know.
You guys are very simple.
Eventually, there's stuff to do.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
but there's,
yeah.
but after you go home, we
It
got
ain't as
home on
glamorous.
Sunday. There's a lot to process.
Yeah,
which is
100%.
Yeah.
There's a lot to just sit back and you have to also you have to allow yourself days of just crazy bragging, whatever. You know what I mean? That's why you shouldn't do interviews at that moment because you call out anybody.
Yep.
You know what I mean? You have to do that.
Yep.
But then there's a lot to process once you come back.
100%.
100%. That was unbelievable. I'm the second reaction where I freeze for 10 seconds and I start processing what happened, and then
boom.
5 seconds later, then I can say something. But that scares me a lot in her fights because she'll hit moves and she'll go, tsh, and I go, oh, and I freeze. And sometimes the fight's not over, and for 10 seconds, I'm not saying anything. I'm frozen, just and I can't come out of it. Then I start wondering, am I not qualified to be here?
You're like, God damn it.
You know?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it's not just, whatever, man. How she feel? I don't know how she feels. I'm very fully aware of how she's feeling right
You're
now.
way more emotionally invested.
Bro,
than everybody's emotionally invested, but you're the most.
He's the most.
The most.
He's the height.
Right, that's it.
Probably more than me.
Yeah.
At least I get a release, like a physical release, like even from practice and stuff.
Yeah.
That's why he be so tired all the time. And I'm like, because he has all the same, I wouldn't say same, but like close to same mental stress as I do, but just without all the physical hit the bag. Okay, now I feel better. You know? But at least he can see it from the outside, so he also probably has more of an unbiased perspective on my, doubts and stuff.
That is one thing I was just gonna say. I've been fucking with my kid Marcus. You know how he's his daddy's man. He's the one man all the time. I was like, damn, I need to start sparring again, right?
Yeah.
And doing just move around. I literally started moving around, and I feel so much better.
Yeah.
It's a relief.
It release gets.
And I'm like, man, goddamn, I gotta do this once a week.
Yeah.
I can do this once a week.
Yeah.
Because I'm a better man. Honestly, I feel so much better doing it. Dude.
Right.
No, you look in shape. You look good.
I shit, dog.
When are you doing it once a week?
Wednesday nights,
What time?
5 o'clock.
Okay.
Yeah, we should come in. Is that Genesis? Or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you guys were right there, right after during
Yeah, I
camp.
feel
We
like-
just got done doing it.
Oh, okay, yeah,
That's
we were
why.
there.
That's
yeah.
why I didn't jump in when you were doing your rounds. I was like, I'm cool.
Yeah. Well.
I was like, hell no.
We know how the majority of those sparring rounds are, then how one of them went.
Yeah,
one
well,
day.
hey, like I said,
Shout out to one. Big up to Juan.
Juan, thank you so much.
For winning us the fight.
yeah, right.
Yeah.
Little does he know.
You know.
Little
I knew something was off because I knew something was off of me that day because I came in a little bit because we had just done several rounds of sparring and going back and forth and then and I was killing it and then I think I got a little overconfident at that time and I was a little sleepy that day. I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna do some sparring rounds and then and then dude, I forgot what's his name, but he was almost treating it like it's a fight. Wait, we about to. He's like, all right, you gotta keep your hands up and you know.
Yeah.
I'm like, why are they freaking out so much? It's just me. I mean, I know I'm good, but damn, I'm a girl too. And they're coaching him he about to fight somebody. And he came in
he did.
I was like, I was not ready for
I
this.
forget who it was, but I was like, hey, dude, calm down.
Yeah.
Let him do
Was
it.
it
too.
one?
Yeah, that's why.
Juan.
Yeah, I think it was
Oh, they was ready.
Juan
He
put
was.
Juan put it on there. Well, I
said,
put on in
Dude.
slow motion.
Wait,
But that was
no.
that noodly feeling that day where I was
Yeah.
like, I can't even do anything.
Well-
And I had a weight vest on too, but
Yeah,
still.
exactly.
Yeah.
But you know what? That's the one thing why I probably didn't help the situation either. I said,
What
hey,
happened?
I said, hey, don't you get fucked up by this girl today?
Well, that's what I'm saying, 'cause I feel like I heard y'all.
He goes, this is Rose. I said, I don't give a fuck who it is. You better go in there and not get fucked up. And he was scared.
Oh, he looked scared. That's why I was like, wait, should I be scared right now? Like, what's going
No,
on?
he was so scared, dude.
Well, he felt like it because he was like, I'm
He was like
oh.
the guy that was like back in the
Yeah.
day when you had to wrestle a girl.
Yeah.
You did not want to lose that
Oh,
girl.
I've had a few of those
Yeah.
matches. And, yeah.
You did not want to be that and let alone get dropped by
Yeah.
the girl. He was like, "Come on, coach, I'm tired." I was like, "Pat," I was like, "Pat, you sure?" He's like, "Yeah, get it." But it was the best
It was
for
a
you.
good time. No, it
Yeah.
is exactly what I needed. I needed
Exactly
that
what you
ass
needed.
whipping for
And I
sure.
remember him calling me when you must have been in the shower,
Yeah.
right? Now that I know you're a germaphobe.
Yeah.
He called me, he was like, "Best thing ever."
Yeah.
He used in the car, make
Yeah.
sure you're away.
Yeah. Which
I
is
was like,
funny
"No,
too, 'cause
that
he
was
had-
not the best thing," because I see her cry. I was like,
Yeah.
"No, dude, it's just
Yeah.
but that
It's part of the process. Yeah.
man.
It's that humbling. You gotta be humble, man. You
Exactly.
can't go in there.
She was at this moment where she wasn't. You know what I mean? She wasn't
Yeah.
going to that next one, and it had been going
still
on
took a while after that
It had
to
been
get-
going on for a while. We couldn't figure out as a coach. We couldn't figure out what do we have to do to go to the
Get
next
to the
one?
next
Like, what do we have
level.
Yeah.
to what do we have to do?
Because you
And
got to get that next level if you're gonna beat this girl.
put one-
Yes.
you got
Yeah.
to.
You gotta
If
shed
you're
that
gonna- if
layer
you're gonna
of
beat that
skin,
girl.
that onion peel. You know. You
Yeah,
gotta peel
if
it back.
you're gonna beat this
Yeah.
girl,
Jean Weili or Weili Zhang.
yeah, you have to be
You have
that
to.
next level. And,
have to.
And you, I mean, man, I got to give credit to you, Rose. I got to
Yeah.
give credit to fucking the coaching staff. I honestly, like, you guys went. And here's the thing, like, is there a rematch happening? I don't know. It's whatever
Yeah.
whatever, right? Here's the good thing about it. She doesn't even know what you really have to offer yet.
Bruh.
And
That's
that's
what's
what's
scary.
crazy.
Bruh.
That's what I said.
She didn't
I
even
said,
feel these hands. Like it was maybe one jab and that's it. Like these hands are no joke.
yeah, that's what I'm saying,
Yeah,
dude.
yeah.
That's exactly what. So I was like,
Even the
dude, you gotta.
squeeze ain't no joke either. And
That's what I'm
that.
saying. No,
Yeah,
fuck.
yeah.
but
I'm just
that-
being real. That's the truth. You know?
that's the thing,
Yeah.
though. Like
Yeah.
like, so people are like, oh yeah, she got caught. Yeah, dude, she hasn't even.
No,
she
Yeah.
hasn't even.
I could tell she
seen
had
it.
power though, you know, like
Yeah.
but yeah.
And we
but
knew
so true.
we know
Yeah.
she has power.
It's
Like
obvious,
she
yeah.
is, she's her, right? And
Mm-hmm.
that's why I said, like, underdog. You were
Yeah.
the underdog on the betting odds. Like I like to bet. I'm like fucking take my money.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean? Take
Yeah.
my money, because guess what? It's gonna happen, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, man. I honestly, fuck, that night was the best.
That was a not got caught. That was a perfectly executed game plan.
Yeah,
That was
100%.
that was a perfectly executed game plan.
Yep.
Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
on that
was-
note, after a fucking hard ass kicking you gave
Yeah.
her, who's the romantic one out of you guys?
Ooh.
Who's the romantic one out of you guys?
Probably Pat.
Pat,
I would
you-
say Pat, yeah.
Pat.
Yeah.
On a
He gotta be.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Gotta be now, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotta make these edges a little softer, you know?
Yeah.
You gotta do it, right? Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I'm definitely I try to be the most romantic
Yeah.
one, am I?
Yeah.
Obviously I'm born and raised American, but I'm very like raised by European mothers,
Yeah.
so it's a little
It's different, right?
Yeah, it's different. They don't
Yeah.
show affection the same way they do here in the States.
Different,
You know,
right?
yeah.
way different. I know. I know.
Like they just started smiling in pictures. I'm just
Right?
kidding.
Right? That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. Like, man, maybe that's where my wife's from, too. Fuck.
Oh,
She's like,
really?
hurry up, get done.
Hell
I'm like,
no.
can I get a kiss?
Yeah, right. That's it.
Goddamn kids are gonna wake
Got
up.
shit to do, man. Yeah.
And last, when you guys argue, who gets last worded?
Probably.
That's like, fuck, man. Did you not see that kick she laid on that woman?
I don't do.
I ain't trying to get
like,
fucked up.
No, like, bro. I think I might have the worst answers for every question you ask. For real, I might have the worst answers.
Why?
Because, man, ask me every question. Run through them. I'll give you my answer right off the top of my head. Go ahead.
One word or what?
You know, they'll be real short, just like that one. And when you guys argue,
Okay.
who gets the last
I would
word?
say me.
Who gets the last word?
Oh, never mind. Well,
No.
never mind. If she, I was gonna say nobody, like fucking everybody, but it eventually just fucking right and everything's fine. Like, you mean, like we figure it out and we fucking ain't no.
You guys compromise.
It's not a competition, right?
Every time we figure it out.
It's not about like finding, like winning your side, right? Because it's not about that. We're on the same side. We should be on the same team. That's what people don't understand about relationships. It's like we're a team. We're the same goals.
Hey, hold on for a second.
Yeah.
Wait, we got to figure this shit out.
Yeah, we ain't there.
We got to figure this shit out. What's going on?
You can't
right
be
now?
against each other. Like that's when it's not good. And then it starts out that way, but you're like, okay, how do we get to the common ground?
Fucking
like,
go that way.
because we're the same person. We obviously want the same things out of life. That's why we're together. It doesn't make any sense to be arguing. Like,
that's true.
So obviously got to figure this out. But it's
So who gets the last word? I don't.
It's about finding the truth to the situation. Like, what's
You know what I mean?
the
Yeah,
truth?
but who has the truth?
Well, whatever it is, and then it takes being totally fucking honest about everything all the time. You know what I mean? And
Wanting to do the right thing.
and we figure it out. You know what I mean? And then so it might start like this, and then we run across the fucking finish line holding hands together.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like we figure.
You gotta be okay with
like
not
I said,
being right sometimes. Like
I say, all those
Okay.
questions. Who gets the visit? Nah, that's not how we do it. You know?
Yeah,
Who feels this? Nope, we do it different. For I don't know how everyone else does it, but we figured our shit out, man.
Yeah.
Like we figured out. Like I said, I've been like
that's
I've
why
been
you guys
saying
are together. Yeah.
for like for years now. I've been having every day has been the fucking best day ever, bro. Every day is just great.
Yeah.
Every day has been great. We just figured it out, and we stubbornly figured it out. We're gonna figure this shit out. We're going nowhere. We're gonna figure it. We figured it out and years ago, bro. And we figured it out, and
That's
I mean,
Shit's
and it took some, like crazy stuff. Like,
I mean,
didn't think this will work, and then then all of a sudden, I guess I love you too much, man.
we hit a fucking stride, bro. And like I said, we've got to. There's not. I know exactly how shit can. I know exactly how not to have a good day. You know.
Yeah.
So we just don't do that shit, man. Just have a good day. Have a good day all the time. Shit's been fucking rolling, bro.
Yeah.
There is. If you sit down and we think about it, like I know myself. I know myself. I can't think of anything to complain about. Just myself.
Yeah.
Like just with me and my life and just the role that I play. Even the things that you might consider not dope, I look like all right, guys, we're gonna do something about this. It's dope.
Yeah.
It's every experience has been the shit. Why? Because I'm happy as fuck right now. So that means that everything that has led, no matter what happens, it's all rolling. It's all rolling, bro. Everything. I'm happy as a motherfucker, bro. And I've been comfortable and like just for like the last 2 years, I've been having. Every day has been fucking fun as shit. So I start getting worried, right? I start getting worried that I'm still unconscious and I haven't gotten up yet, right?
From Chicago? Oh.
Right?
Just still underground, like,
That's like the.
Right.
Oh God! Damn, that was good.
Every once in a while, shit'll be like, shit's been great for like a week straight, man.
I will say this, like I can't remember, like I don't know if somebody said this before, or where I got this from, but I feel like happiness is a choice, but it's not always the easy choice. You got to find out, like I said before, what you want, what makes you happy, and how and a strategy constantly every day. You know, doing little things that works towards that. You know, like I want to build MMA academies one day. What's my little task that I can do that just gets me a little closer to that?
Yeah.
You know, but I'm also enjoy the process. Yeah, exactly. But it's like, what do I want to do every day too? Like not just the destination. Like yeah, you have little destinations on the way, you know, and things little milestones. But it's also like today. What am I doing today that makes me happy? You know, some days it's. You know, I don't know.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Honestly, like this is the realest fucking shit ever.
Yeah. But there was a lot of mud we had to travel through too. You know what I mean? But you enjoy. But then you look back at those times. You're like, man, that was the greatest time. Like that's the one thing Trevor said. That's like, you know, you're gonna, like, even the times in the training camp where I'm crying and I'm like, like, just in the mud, and then it's like, you're gonna, like he said, like, you're gonna look back at these times and you're gonna really miss them, like, a lot. And then that's what helps me, because one of my, I can't remember, I think it was the rematch with Chisha, where I had that moment, and that was one of the most stressed out that I was leading up to a fight in my entire career. But I remember I took a moment just to, like, look at my name in the arena. I was like, that's freaking cool.
Fucking
like,
badass.
Yeah,
Right?
it's like, I might never get to do this again. Like, this might be the last time. Like, I should enjoy this, you know? And that's the thing, like, living, And it sounds cliche, but, you know, it's like, live every day like it's your last, you know?
It is, and that's what I live by. The one thing that I wish that I did more of is when I fought is, like, kept, like, the little souvenir deals. You know what I mean? It wasn't because I wanted to see myself on the poster or whatever.
Right, yeah.
It was more like,
that's kind of cool.
Now, like, my kids could see it, like, you know, or have it or whatever. And that was probably, like, my biggest deal. Was like, when I fought, it was like, I wish I would have just took it in more. You know what I mean?
We were talking about that, like, leading up to this fight. Like, and that's why I'm so blessed to have, you know, former fighters be in my corner and be experienced and around them, because that they had that same thing where it's like, like, I forgot the way Chico described it, but it's like, as soon as he figured it out, then the carpet was taken away from him. He's like, I was ready now. Dang, like, it's done.
100%
It's
right
done.
there. That was good. That's honestly it. I mean, you probably know this too, Pat. But that's why, like,
if I could,
you figured it out. Now it's
right
gone.
now, right. Of course, I'm sure everybody says this, but right now, I know exactly how to beat everybody.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Just like, but just knowing what I can do and how to play myself as the character in the game.
Yeah, for your body type and everything.
For myself, I know exactly if I could go back and hit a Zensu bean and be youthful again. Like, I know exactly what to do. You know what I mean? But I'm sure that's what it's like all the fucking time. And that's what's I don't know. That's what's like the age gap it kind of lines up perfectly, because I'm the youngest old nigga out there, right? So I just became this guy. And I can yell down, everybody was right about everything.
Exactly.
Everybody was right about everything.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
I know.
You know what I mean? And it's been...
Work hard, enjoy, you know, your time, and, you know, do your best.
Yeah, and I don't know, man. Like, I don't have regrets for my career, because if anything was different, I wouldn't be sitting there right now. Should it be different? Right?
I'm 100%.
You know what I mean? I wouldn't know the stuff that I know right now. Now, when I think back to it, can I pinpoint the reason for everything that would be considered not going so well? Yeah, I know exactly what happened.
You probably would have enjoyed it a lot more if you could redo it again, like you said, take it in more.
It would have been nice to actually.
2020.
Well, I didn't. You know, I think throughout my entire career, I always had trouble. And maybe I don't know. Maybe I always had trouble believing. I always had trouble trusting. You know what I mean? Like, just go to practice, man. Have fun and don't be worried about shit. And you know what I mean? And just enjoy the process and go out there and train do your best that you absolutely can. And when it's time to go and perform, you know what it's gonna be like. And go and do your best that you can. You're like, if like, I was strung out the whole time. The entire fucking time. I was fucking strung out, and I had nobody who was a little bit above me going, nah, bro, it's cool, man.
This is where you're supposed to
This is how it's supposed to be.
Kinda.
I was, you know how everybody sits in the locker room and everybody sits in like kind of like,
Mean mug, and like, I got this.
I'm
shit.
so ready, you know this. We got this, right? Anybody? You know what I mean?
Giving up,
Like, you know what I mean? Everybody's. So I was always the guy in there going, yep, I'm just a funny Pat. Yeah, you know, like, but I didn't see anyone else panicking.
Yeah.
So in my head, I'm the only one I know. No, nobody's scared.
Yep.
I'm the only guy that's scared.
But everybody was doing it.
Everybody
was doing it.
But I didn't know anybody else, because I believed everybody else's mustache looked vicious. Everybody else's snarl. I watched too many movies, bruh. I've seen this guy. I know exactly what's gonna happen. I don't know if I'm ready for that, and it's always because I never joined until the fight started. Fight, I'm ready.
Yep.
So up until then, I was worried the entire time, the entire training camp. And then in the fight, now I'm worried about what's going to happen after the fight. And I don't even know how I'm doing in this fight. Right?
Really?
Now, but that was the latter half of my career. The first half of my career was, I'm going to beat this guy. I'm gonna kick him in his legs so hard. I'm gonna kick him one time so hard that he's gonna either give up or he's gonna do something stupid, like he's gonna try to block my low kick with his hand because it hurts that bad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm gonna take his brains out, right? Or if he takes one, he's not taking two, and if he takes two, his overhand right is ridiculous.
Yeah.
I was the
Right.
one.
You
hitter
already
guy.
had it, yeah.
No, not I was just the one. That was. But I was worried the whole fucking time, man. I couldn't just be like, all right, man, you're the man, you good. It wasn't until later on that I could sit back and go, yeah, no, I was a motherfucker. I was.
Yep.
During that, I knew it,
That's
but
what
I
makes you a
didn't.
good coach, though.
But I didn't express it.
Yep.
I knew it secretly. You know who I was in the movie? I was the guy who sat back with his hands. I'm in the crowd at the fight show, at the underground fight show.
Yeah.
I'm watching him mysteriously disappear. Like
Yeah.
in my head, I was this. You know what I mean? I was doing kicks in the backyard and using the broomstick as opposed
You were like
I watched every Van
what's like
Damme
the martial
movie.
arts fails. And
Yeah.
you were the guru. You were the guru.
Yeah, but I was good looking.
Yeah, but you were athletic, so you actually could
I
have
was
kind
good
of put
looking,
somebody
so
up.
it looked like it would work. It looked like it would work.
Oh my god.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm from New Orleans. I go with somebody else, like, oh, Pat will kick your ass. And I go, yeah. They're starting to recognize. I do look like Van Damme. Like,
That was my hero.
yeah.
I grew up with him.
I don't know how this ties back in, but I started when I was 23 as a hobby. I spent my first year training, my second year doing amateur fights, and after that, I turned pro.
Yeah.
And then that started the fight in China. I went all over China fighting there, came back, went to Amsterdam for 5 years, came back, lived in Milwaukee, Minnesota. Did it back. Whew. There we go.
God damn.
Yeah. And now, I just noticed this yesterday, that I'm fully MMA now.
Yeah.
I'm not.
100%.
I'm not.
I would have said you were fully MMA.
Yeah, but I didn't recognize that.
Like
Yeah, I know, but
recently, you know?
you've been in MMA for a minute.
Yeah.
Maybe you not a minute, but I think when I first met you, hell no.
Yeah.
No, not at all.
Hell no. All kickboxing.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, K1.
Even through a few years of Rose's career, I was still just the kickboxer guy who was going to do this MMA thing.
And I would say probably the last shit. When did Onyx open up?
That was after. That was definitely after like 2017. Maybe was it like 18 or 19?
It's been a minute.
It's been
though.
like 2 years.
Yeah.
3 years.
Three, maybe.
Yeah, maybe
top
three.
three.
Yeah.
So that's probably when I noticed it, when I saw you in Onyx room. And maybe because it's smaller room, not a lot of coaches, not a lot of people.
All right.
But then and I think it was a wrestling practice that I seen when you came in when Ben was there and the crew, and I think it was you and JJ. And Pat was over there in the corner, and I was like, oh, this motherfucker's coaching wrestling now.
Yeah.
But he was to do an MMA deal, like, posture.
Right,
And
right.
I was like, oh, he's
Yeah.
straight coaching. He's straight
Oh yeah, he
MMA.
got his own little jiu-jitsu style.
Yeah, he has his
Oh,
own
the
deal. And
Yeah.
honestly, that's when I said, oh, he's
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
it. He's in
Oh,
it. You
yeah.
know it. But I never doubted your thing.
No.
I just knew your background was.
And it's
stand
not
up.
even so much of ability; it's more of like an attitude. Like,
Yeah.
like he was always the attitude of a kickboxer. Like kickboxers, like no offense, but sometimes they fuck MMA. You know what I mean? Like
Yep.
they kind of have that a little bit of an
Yep.
attitude. I'm not saying every kickboxer, but a lot of them do, where it's like, yeah, fuck MMA.
Yeah.
or fuck grappling. Or
Yeah.
whatever, you
Oh,
know,
I gotta
but
take it down. Oh,
it's
fuck this.
things have changed these days,
Yeah.
but and so I think that attitude has maybe like unconsciously been there for like and up until whatever.
Yeah.
However long.
And
But I fully transitioned. I still love kickboxing. But I fully have transitioned into accepting MMA and understanding it and
It's going to-
studying
That's why I was-
it and
Well, you-
and being in and actually being interested
And enjoying it more,
and enjoying it and like seeing
enjoying it, yeah.
Like I've given into the game now. And I also knew that as a coach, I can't be the kickboxer who does MMA if I'm coaching
Rose.
I've got
Gotta
to
be
fully
into it.
submerge myself into this.
And you're a fucking purple belt.
Yeah.
Yeah. You do jiu-jitsu now.
Yep.
Oh yeah,
And
he
you
loves
learned that
jiu-jitsu.
shit
He
over-
loved gi. He
Yeah.
loved gi more than I do.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's one thing I say.
Thank you.
Oh, thanks, Simmons. That's one thing that I will say that most people won't do.
Right.
and you transferred over.
I can't
you
wait
tried
to
it.
get into
Yeah,
the
no,
a little
he
more
is
after
right.
fighting, but yeah.
He is
So
right.
that's one thing about me. Like,
Yeah.
so Andre, right? You guys know Andre, right?
Yeah.
He's like, dude, I used to look up to you. Why don't you come and do my class? I'm like, honestly, I need to start doing it.
Yeah.
I need to start doing it. I honestly, I don't want to do anything with it. I just want to train. I don't want to coach.
Yeah.
I just want to come in as a student
It's
and
fun,
just
yeah.
train. I want to get sweat.
Hey,
Yeah, it's a
I would
different-
like to say, because I know that there's a lot of people out there that maybe think this, but no one ever thinks about saying this ever. I think it's also okay to want to just put a gi on and just roll. I totally understand how.
Yep.
Technique.
I personally just currently, as I sit right now, I just currently don't want to shrimp up and down the mat 5 times.
Yep.
Bear crawl up and down the mat 5 times.
You wanna go
all I want to do is just put a gi on, and can we just roll?
You want to go to Saturday morning fucking.
Now-
This is what I love about
roll.
jiu-jitsu though, is like after fighting's over with, I'm probably gonna end up doing jiu-jitsu more than any other
Yeah.
martial art
Yeah.
for the
Are
rest
you?
of my life, as long as I
Right.
can.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it's just the coolest thing because you could always just. I mean, you can't always, 50 years old, be like, yeah, let's go spar. No, let's go
No.
roll, man. Let's just
roll.
fucking
You
lay
can
around.
always roll.
I'm not saying
Yeah.
always. I do love. I
Yeah.
like classes. I love
Yeah.
learning. But just
Hit the
I just
bag or
want. I
whatever.
just want to make it known that sometimes, I believe sometimes. For anyone out there who thinks about it, sometimes it's okay to just want to just put a gi on and just roll, and
Yeah.
that's it. I don't want to. Where you grab your shoulder and you move your bicep this way, you turn your hip this way, now bam, now do it again. Now you grab your bicep, you turn your shoulder this way, you take your foot again. You know, now I just not all the time. Sometimes I just want to.
Drillers make killers. That's all I'm saying.
And they do, and that's why I'm
Yeah.
a killer, because I
Yeah.
drill it so much. But nobody ever acknowledges that sometimes it's all right to just go gear up and spar, man. I don't even want to warm up.
Yeah, I know
Can
what
we
you
just
mean.
go do some rounds and that's it? I don't want to talk, man.
Well, because like every day it's always like, training camp's always like
Yeah, it
structured.
is. But that's honestly the truth. Like I'm, like you.
That's
said
why I
it
love
right there.
off season right now, is because now I can literally just have fun with training again, like
Yep.
and just go to the.
dude.
I just did like 10 rounds of grappling the other day or yesterday. It was
And
great.
probably
It was
fun,
awesome.
Probably fun
If we
for you.
Yeah,
if we
yeah.
go to
But when you're in camp,
if
it's
you
like
and
that
I-
halo over you. You're like,
Yes.
ooh.
I can't lose. Yeah, exactly.
if we go to the gym and put a gi on and like 3 nights this week, we just go roll. Just me and you, just 3 nights this week. We keep doing that.
Shit,
eventually,
I get back in at 32 fucking
You know what I mean?
weight.
Eventually we'll
You
go jump.
would.
Eventually we'll want to go jump in a class.
Oh, dude,
Yeah.
I know.
Eventually we'll want to go jump in a class.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
just
Because you'll
because I
start.
wanna-
Because you'll
just
start.
because I
running
want to
the
go
same
test a
patterns.
motherfucker.
Eventually we want to go
Yeah.
jump in a class.
You'll like start, but that's the thing. After you roll so many times, and it's like you start doing the same patterns. It's like, okay, how can I fix this? You start figuring out what you want to drill after
Yeah.
you done roll,
Yeah.
hours and hours. But anyway,
That's great. You got anything, Cody? What's up, man? We good? We're good? All right, baby. This is what I want to know, then. This is what I want to know.
What we got?
Okay. So, you guys pull up in this van, right? It's a Mercedes.
champ bus,
Yeah. The champ bus is right,
champ
right?
mobile.
It's a Mercedes.
Yeah.
What do you call it? Like excursion?
The Winnebago Rebels.
Okay.
Winnebago Revel.
Okay, so my buddy has one. He has like an outdoor show, and he took one just like yours, maybe not like yours, but similar to yours. And he goes all over the country with
Yeah.
it. And I'm watching it, and I'm like, dude, this thing is badass, right?
Yeah,
It's.
it's perfect.
I'm looking at it. I'm looking at yours, and I'm like, this is
Yeah.
the same fucking thing, right?
Yeah.
But so what's your plans with this thing? You guys, I mean, Bo.
Yeah.
I mean, Rose, Bo. Damn, dog. I told you, dog. That picky shit. You got a bow last year,
Yeah.
Matthews.
Yes.
The XR. We went down to the limits and we got you sighted in. Like, what do you want to do? Like, tell me what's your plan? Like, you
Right.
adventure. You love the outdoors. Yeah. Well,
Yeah, I
what is
definitely want to go hunting with you sometime. That'd be awesome.
Well, anybody listening
Yeah.
that wants to take her hunting like some big ranches
Yeah.
or anyone,
Yeah.
that's.
For real.
I mean, I'll go pretend I'm a guy, but I ain't a guy.
Yeah.
And I'll carry back whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that's what I said.
definitely
Like,
would
let's
love to,
let's get her out.
Yeah.
Let's get her out, guys. Let's get her out in the field, and do it. She took her hunter safety.
Yeah.
She's
yeah.
she's as real
And-
as
yeah.
it get.
Yeah. I would love to. Yeah, and when I got my dog too, I would love to go like duck hunting, and that would be my like, it would like make my life complete for my dog. Just her go fetch the duck and then bring it back, because she is like, that's what
she
trained
does.
her fetch. Like she will find a specific rock that you threw in a pile of rocks, like, you know, a mile away.
Okay.
And she'll sniff out that particular rock. Like she is very good at fetch, and that's what
Really?
I taught her to do, because I'm like, maybe one day I'll go duck hunting.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think that'd
Okay.
be super cool.
When we shoot,
I just gotta do it one time and I'm good.
when we shoot
Yeah.
cans in the field with the pellet gun,
Yeah.
whatever. Every time we shoot, she runs out to.
And get
Like to go see what it.
to go
Like, yeah,
see.
she'll go
What
run
kind
up
of dog
to
is
it.
it?
We don't know.
We don't know.
I need to get her tested. I need to find out, because
It's a fast ass dog.
Yeah,
she's fast.
she's
Yeah.
fast as fuck, boy.
She's fast, yeah, and just smart as hell, yeah. But sometimes, you know, I definitely need to get better at like pointing where to go, you know, like which way.
Oh fuck yeah! I wanted to be dude, because I've been watching this shit all day long.
This is fuck, boy. Yeah.
This shit
Yes.
is funny as hell. This is the other thing I want to know.
Mishka's like Rose been in a dog form.
She
And
is
weird,
being
yeah.
a dog form.
Like
yeah.
I honestly, like it is.
Yeah.
It's crazy because so when I see noise
Yeah.
happening, I'm like, "Where's Rose?"
Yeah.
Fucking, the tail goes crazy.
Yeah.
Where's back? And like they know who.
Yeah.
When I say a name, they know it, right?
Yeah.
I felt bad. Now I gotta leave. I ain't gonna play
Yeah.
fetches or nothing. You know? And but yeah. So the thing I want to know right now is what like
What's my plan?
what's next? Like they got like. Well,
I need to
before
buy some land. That's what I'm looking at.
That's what you want to
Yeah,
do? Buy
buy
land,
some
yeah.
land,
You better jump on it because it's getting crazy expensive here in
know.
Colorado, right?
Well, I'm kind of like.
Are you looking
I'm
somewhere
not
else?
a little bit, yeah.
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 If
If I could here, it'd be great. You know,
I got
but
a good
like
idea.
said,
You
it's
should get some in
expensive.
Texas too.
Okay.
Texas is a great place
That's
to go.
definitely one on the list. Of, you know, one of my first places I'm going back to is Minnesota, just because.
Yeah,
It's just you know it's been good to me. You know.
Yeah.
I'm you know, I was born and raised in the Midwest, and obviously Milwaukee is where I was born and raised, but Minnesota was Minneapolis is just it was always a safe place for me. Obviously, like, you know, things are crazy nowadays, but it's still I still to this day feel like just really at home there. I feel very at home here too. Obviously, I'm very called to this place,
Right.
but it's just there's things about this place that
it's
sucks, and then there's things about there's pros and cons to each. Like everything that sucks here is great there, and then vice versa. Like everything that sucks there is like the opposite here.
What's mainly going on is that there's something in Minnesota that
Special.
we need to go see about.
Yeah, 100%. They do that.
Yeah.
You guys know that. I mean,
Yeah.
you feel same thing. You feel it's driving you gotta do it. You know what I mean?
I've also, you know, been tempted. Like, we went fishing in Louisiana. That's where, you know, where his family lives, and that was also very tempting to, like, you know, maybe that. You know, like
I'm sure
there's a lot of other places. Yeah, but Colorado, man, it's just we already have some. Like, we have our townhome here. But man, it's getting expensive here. It's
100%.
ridiculous, but I mean, it's so pretty.
Well,
I was gonna, yeah. You pay for what you get, right?
Pay
Yeah,
for what
you're
you
right.
get here, and I mean, this where you guys been around since I've had my other house here in Copper. It's just crazy.
I think it'll happen eventually. But just, I don't know about right this second.
Yeah.
Like I think, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, well, that's cool. Like wherever you guys go, I know whoever lands you guys is gonna be in for a treat.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
Well,
know?
and that's the thing. I think just at least for my fighting career, I see myself splitting up my time between Minnesota and here. You know, it's a perfect balance.
Right now,
think, yeah.
I mean, if
That's what's been working.
If anything,
Yeah.
it isn't broken, don't fix it. right?
Exactly. Yeah, it's
And
like
that-
the yin and the yang. It's definitely like they're both like.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, hey, if that's what makes you feel
Yeah.
home, just like Jarvis says, like honestly, like I think don't change it then.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that's what you want to do is. I mean, goddamn, Minnesota's cold as fuck.
It's
though.
cold, but I learned to like
but it's
appreciate
the
it
shit.
for what it is.
It's-
It makes you tough, man. It makes
does.
you tough.
It does.
When it
Yeah.
hits -15 for a week, Like that actually, we use that. Like
Oh,
we
yeah.
go there for that.
That's like an espresso shot.
in
You like,
particular, like
Wakes
because
you up.
oh yeah.
it don't matter, bro. It don't matter how you're feeling. You can
Yeah.
be tired. You could be arguing. You could be happy. You could be in a great mood. You could be sleepy. You could be just having one of those whatever days. When you go from the door to the car and you have to get in the car and started at -15,
Yep.
no matter which one of those feelings you are, it shakes you into this one.
Yeah.
Like we just gotta get
and then it's time
gotta
to go.
survival.
Gotta get through
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. You could be in the middle of, whoa, you all right? Are you okay?
Yeah.
You all right? Oh,
Yeah.
you all right? I'm sorry about that. I mean, it'll shake you out of wherever you at, bro. That -15 is ridiculous.
Read it.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
And I don't know. So, I mean, Greg is the man. Like, Greg,
Yeah.
and not just for like MMA. Obviously, like I feel like my clinch and my wrestling, my grappling gets so fucking much better with him. But and I just can hear what he's saying, you know. But not just that, but just like the gun training there, the weapons, the sticks, the knives, everything. Yeah, it's like the martial arts. Like after fighting, yeah, I'm not gonna always be able to just punch somebody. I need to be able to shoot. I need to be able to fight with sticks. I need anything. Yeah.
So that was kind of the next thing I was going to
And
talk
the
about.
food's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like, I mean, here's the thing. Like, you are a mixed martial artist, and you are now taking in different things where you've come from, right? So like what you just said, like stick fighting and this and that, like most people would be like, "What the fuck do I need
Yeah,
that
like
shit
nerd.
for?"
No.
Yeah, right.
right,
Like,
right.
But look what you're doing.
Yeah.
Like you are a. I want to say you're shifting everything into whatever you want it to be. You are
Okay.
that big of an influence.
Yeah.
You know, you hear like Instagram influencer.
Yeah,
No, you're a world changing
Woo.
model.
that's crazy.
Like you are.
Yeah.
You are like, dude, I'm telling you right now, Rose, you are the most inspiring person I've ever met. My wife has never come out here ever and tried to fucking. She is such a
Yeah.
fan of you.
She's awesome. Yeah.
She like honestly, like she's like everybody. My daughter, like you have no idea how much pull you have in like people's lives. Like
Yeah, that's crazy.
And you do it, and you do it in such a fashion that, like, I don't even like know why you're here in my podcast. You know what I mean? Like,
Right,
I'm not Joe Rogan. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
like we're here, and you ate dinner with us, and you move people in a different way that I can only just try to be. You know what I mean? Like, I just want to be a better person because of you.
Oh, thank you. Yeah,
It's
it's
true,
a huge
dude,
responsibility, but it's like, yeah, God doesn't give you anything more that you can handle. You know? So, yeah, I guess it's for a reason. I guess. You know?
And Pat, I met Pat back in the day, and I'm gonna tell you right now, he's a way better person now.
Yes, for
than he
sure.
was-
I know.
Than he was
We all are. Let's
7
be real,
years
but
ago.
Yes.
I promise you that.
Yeah.
He is.
Yeah.
90 difference.
Shoot, yeah, you haven't drank in how many years? You know,
Probably.
I don't even know, but it's been
It's
a
been a
while.
minute.
It's been a while.
I know.
Yeah.
I remember that shit,
Yeah.
dude. I remember Pat Perry. I remember him. And you know what I'm saying
Yeah.
though? Like, look at you though. You're
yeah.
you are you, and dude. That's why I said like, you guys are a power couple that people like, and people got to see a little bit of that. They don't
Yeah.
know the thing of it. They know you were telling her you're the fucking best, and
Yeah.
there was nothing. That was all pure, 100% love coming out of you to her
Yeah.
on one of the baddest stages of the planet.
Right.
Right? If this was the Coliseum of
Yeah.
Gladiators days,
Right.
you were
Right.
she was fucking Maximus, and you were fucking, I don't know who the fuck you were, but anyway,
Ralph.
Yeah.
but you were fucking praising her.
Yeah.
And it was so true, man. It was something that,
Love is like the most powerful resource
100%.
that we have, you know. Like obviously you could, you know, like I said this before, I used to you can fight off of hate and things and anger and frustration, but if that ain't really you, if you ain't really like evil at the core, you're eventually gonna get burnt out, and it's just holding grudges, just it eats away at you after a while. So So I learned all those things, and love is the most powerful resource. Like, how can you not see that little girl in that yellow dress walking down the stairs like a little princess, and not just want to, like, if anybody touches her, I'm gonna kill him. You know,
Right, I know.
I'm just gonna, you know what I mean? Like, it's the most like powerful resource ever.
Yeah. When I walked up there to see my
can't
daughter
beat
wearing
that.
that, I was like, you were wearing leggings and a t-shirt. And when I said Rose's
So
here,
cute, yeah.
she bounced. She bounced. She goes, I'm going to go change. Because
That's hilarious.
It's so funny. But that's what I'm saying is, like, the power that you have on a little 5-year-old to a mother of the 5-year-old, let alone just the world, let alone to a guy that's been in the cage, did this and that, to a guy that works at fucking Ace Hardware, or a woman that works at fucking a nurse, right? Dude, I have had so many people hit me up and be like, I love Rose now. And honestly, like, and it was people that don't really follow MMA. And this is one thing that I will say about what's happened to ESPN. It opened up a lot of people's, like, husbands who were watching ESPN.
Wait, what happened with ESPN?
No, I'm just saying, the viewer,
gotcha.
the viewer
Okay,
of it, you know, it was way more than Fox, put it that way, right?
Right.
So, the amount of people that I got watching ESPN, and they see the highlight video of Rose, dude, I'm telling you right now, it was people that they might as well have been like nuns in the chapel and never watched TV ever or any sporting event, but they saw your clip and they were like, and they saw a little bit of the embedded, and they see your past, and they see what happened and what you overcome and how you got here. Your struggle and the way you wear your stuff on your sleeve is the most purest and the most baddest fucking woman on the planet.
Oh, thank you. I
mean, it is.
Yeah, well, thank you. I mean, you could apply, but that's the cool thing is you could take, you know, watch what I did or whatever, or, you know, even like other fighters, you can all take that and apply it to, you know, any scenario. Like, life is a fight, man, you know, and
it
then
is.
there's multiple battles that we all face every day.
100%.
You know, no matter if you're, you know, janitor or a nurse or, like you said, like firefighter or whatever, you know, it's like we all have our fight.
Everybody has their fight, and that's why.
Like, what's that book? I think Rhonda made a book, like something like her. That was like I don't know.
But
something about that, but like life is a fight or something.
No, it is life.
You know?
It doesn't matter. It's contact high.
Damn. That was gonna sound so cool, and then I fucked it up.
No, it's all good. But maybe I got that shit. I don't know. Hey, but that's what I'm saying. Everybody relates to you because everybody has their own shit and their own problems.
Yeah.
Their own struggle, their own deal.
And there's a way you could overcome it.
Always.
There's a way. There's a way.
Always a way. Like, it's so crazy because, you know, it's so funny because I laughed inside of me because when you guys pulled up, right?
Yeah.
And I remember when you guys first came out, my daughter was not even born yet, Eva, right? And you were at my old house. I invited you guys to my diaper party.
Yeah.
And you guys pulled into you guys had, was it the black van?
Dodge Grand
Dodge Ram, right?
Oh, man, I love that thing.
The Grand Caravan.
Yeah, the Grand, it was old, right? The old one, right? RT.
Missed that, baby.
Right? So you guys had an old Dodge Caravan, right? And it was nice.
I mean,
it
ain't the Mercedes. It ain't the Mercedes.
That's what I'm saying, right? Like, and I'm just saying, like, it was the beginning, right? And like, even me, like, I invited you guys all out, and it was just a starting of something so different in my life at the time, and where you guys were at your time, like, it was so different, right? Like, you know,
so different.
It's so different now. From 90 different. Now I got 2 kids, right? It's just real different now for me. And I'm.
But it's weird. It's almost like, I know we're in a different house, but it feels the same in a
Yeah,
weird way.
like the same
you know,
people.
obviously it looks different, like, but the actual house is like, wait a minute, it's kind of the same vibes though. You
Yeah.
know, like,
It was a perfect transition.
Yeah.
It was good. I
Yeah.
love. I when we first bought this house, I hated it. I didn't like it. Like, dude, it was just not cool. This shop, when I first saw it, it was just a storage shed for people that lived here. I never really saw the. And then when I moved in, it was a storage shed too. Right? I just held all my shit in here.
Yeah.
Never did it. And then I finally did this whole transition. Did it.
Yeah, it's just drops
Skinny
in a
Cody helped
bucket,
me.
right? Yeah.
Right? And so it was.
So during the buying process, you were like, "Fuck."
100%. I was just like,
Was she wanted the house?
well, what happened was is the house that we originally wanted
Yeah.
and we both agreed on, right?
Right.
The inspection came through and it wasn't good.
Okay.
And I was like, I can fix that.
Yeah.
Because I wanted it so bad, right?
Right.
But then when you look at it now,
Yeah.
I'm so glad I didn't buy the house.
Right. Of course.
Right? Like, I'm so glad we didn't get that deal. The inspection didn't pass, whatever, and I was like, butt hurt, right? And so we got 30 days to find a house to live in, right? Or I'm move to Colorado Springs, live with their mom and dad.
Yeah.
Damn.
And I was like, nah, hell no. Because I'm like, I get freaky sometimes, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Not really, but hey. So I was like, fuck, we gotta find a place. And her dad was like, because we already looked at this house one time before.
Yeah.
And her dad was like, let's go back to look at this house, and I'll tell you, Luke, what we can do to this house to make it better. And I was like, all right, cool. Walking this house, I was dry heaving. It's
Really?
there's carpet all on the floor, and it looked like they pissed everywhere
Oh,
on the floor.
yeah.
It was just horrible. We tore the rugs up, hardwood floors,
Yeah.
obviously. Yeah, it was a good move on my father-in-law. I'm glad.
What's the outside look like?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I mean, look outside, you can see it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, does it go up a little bit, or is it like?
Okay.
Is it like, you know what I mean? Like, how much is the?
Like it goes up on this hill, right?
Remember the last
Because
place
that was
we
like a
The
hill.
last
That was
one-
like a hill.
The
hill.
last house was
Hill.
straight downhill.
Yeah,
Right,
yeah. That
straight
was
Right?
a
Remember we were
two-hill.
shooting that crossbow downhill?
Yeah.
Yeah, Visco. Trevor kept throwing a rock to
Yeah.
Visco like over and over. I'm like,
So this one is all up.
Uphill.
Uphill. Yeah. Yeah, it's all uphill. And I like it a lot better.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I do. I like this spot is way better. You know, we make a lot of money off this house,
Yeah.
right? But the problem is, where are we gonna move to? We gotta buy another more expensive
Right.
house. And I told my wife, I said, I am not moving until it's my forever home.
Right.
yeah.
Gotcha.
I'm done.
Gotcha.
I want more land.
We just recently talked about it today about how the prices of houses are going up in Denver. So if you have a house in Denver and you sell it, you actually make money, but only if you move to a different
Yeah.
state.
Well,
You know what I
like
mean?
I was
Yeah,
talking
I see
this
what
with
you're
I was
saying. 'Cause
talking
you
this with-
can't upgrade,
I was
yeah.
talking with Gertz, right?
Yeah.
Gertz is like, he's fixing up his house. He's
Right.
going to sell it. And I was like, all right, cool. Where are you going to move to? He's like, I don't give a fuck. I want to live in an apartment. I
Right.
was like,
Yeah.
well, I get that, but where are you going to live to? Because you're going to lose all that money paying rent
Yeah.
Yeah.
into something, especially here in Colorado.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
way more expensive here.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I was like,
So
man,
crazy.
I said, this is what I was thinking inside. If I was him, I would take that trailer that he has,
Yeah.
trade it in, sell his house, buy a all season fifth wheel, whatever he wants to do, go wherever he wants to go until he's ready to buy. Take that money that he's gonna make on his house, store it away, put in savings, whatever.
Yeah.
Take that camper that he has, buy an
Yeah.
all season, you know,
Right.
fifth wheel,
Yeah.
bigger camper.
Yeah.
Whatever. Go travel, go train, go do whatever you want. Go to Mexico. Go back to
Yeah.
Mexico. Fuck it.
Dude.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And live there. That's your
Gotta
spot.
speak Spanish though.
Yeah, for
You
real,
gotta
dude.
speak Spanish.
For real, you
Yeah,
do.
it's crazy.
But
Yeah, I mean, and that's kind of like I went on the house search for a while, and then I was like, but then I think we came around back to the whole, like the realization that like holy crap, like while we still we still got to be mobile for like a few more years. You know what I mean, I ain't trying to.
You ain't hanging up the gloves yet, right?
Yeah. So I mean, you never know, right? Like, but anything can happen. But definitely the ability to move around and have like a trailer or have like a townhome where you can lock it up and not have to like be so attached. That's very valuable currently. But one day,
you can close the door and not go back to it for 6 months
and be okay.
And it's fine.
And right now, you're on the path of doing that. That's what I'm saying.
In addition, and I think having some land would be dope, so that I could also leave that too. You know what I mean? But but it has to be something that can be mobile for now. You know?
Yeah. And I think you guys are on the right path to do whatever the fuck you guys want.
Yeah.
Honestly, and that's a path that you guys want to keep and just keep.
It's just about doing the right thing, and then hopefully that aligns with what I want. So ultimately, and then that'll allow me to keep doing the things that I want.
And for growth, we can't be just one place.
Yeah.
I mean, we can't. No, not just one place. I mean, we can't be. No matter what happens, we have to be here every night at the same. Every night, all year long. This is where we have to go to sleep at night.
Which is crazy though, because
we can't do that just yet for growth.
But somehow we're still able to have like a part of the community garden and do all that somehow. But we also have people that help us too. So it's good to have.
Yeah.
That's because it's because what it is we know we're not stuck.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If we're stuck, we don't work well that way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If we're like we can't leave.
Yeah.
We can't leave for 6 months because we have to be here to cut the grass. You know what I mean? Like if we can't do these things because of this scenario right now. We try to we do our best to avoid those scenarios as much as possible.
But
we need to.
I can't be a farmer yet.
Right, we can't.
One day I would love.
We can't be a farmer just yet because if we need to make a move real quick, we have to be able to make a move.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You guys get that.
Yeah. Yeah, so you were asking what my plans are, and probably go on a road trip soon, and go see his family, and then go for some land search, and then come back and
find where you guys like. Oh, I kind of like it here.
Yeah.
I kind of like it here. Oh shit!
But,
look at this place.
Yeah, but I need to figure out what my next milestone is as far as like my Earthship journey. I want to I don't know if that's maybe taking a workshop or start a build somewhere, or just buying the piece of land, get the supplies, or just something. But I want to figure out what that next step is and take it, and then in the process, keep training, keep doing those things. But once I can get that step figured out, then I'll kind of know what's next for me in fighting.
Yeah. Damn, we've been on a minute, boys and girls.
I know. I was gonna say,
wait a minute,
how long is it? Like 4 hours or so? What's going on?
Don't you dare end it.
Oh, damn.
Don't you dare, Luke.
You probably should wrap it up at some point.
I know, but I checked. I never forgot this whole time.
Oh.
So you were ambushed in the woods. You were caught slipping. What happened? We talked about this at about 4:00 this afternoon. We started talking about this. I asked you, have you ever been in a hunting situation with the wrong gun? That was my initial question.
Because I carry a bow a lot of times, so I don't even have a gun. What the fuck do I do, like, right? I must say that, I had a bear charge me one time.
Ooh.
Oh, man.
And you got to bluff it. That's the bluff.
Man.
And I don't know if I did the right thing or the wrong thing, but what am I going to do when I'm running and he swipes me?
Oof.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're like, well, you're fucked really bad, right? So I stood my ground and I fucking raised my arms and I fucking yelled back. I'm like, yeah, you're going to get fucking... Well... Okay. I was gonna say choked out because I'm not a fucking black belt, right?
But you like this on the very like.
So, anyways, I was like, I fucking fought back, right? I stood my ground and I fucking hold it. What am I gonna do? Hit him with my arrow? You know what I mean? Like shake him, prison style, with my arrow.
I have a serious question to ask you.
That's my answer.
All right, I have a serious question to ask you. It's a question that I never knew that I needed to ask you until we were coming down Pikes Peak yesterday. All right, tell me whether or not I should not do this. But if we're ever in a scenario where we're out in the woods and either a bear or a cat of some form,
mountain lion,
a bear or a mountain lion, even a big, not a moose, a bear or a mountain lion. But if we're ever in a scenario where we run across like that, or like a fucking wolf, if it starts charging us, is it okay for me to charge it ferociously, like knowing that this is it? And I'm gonna kill this motherfucker. Or I'm gonna die because I'm gonna, I'm saving like, is it? If I start charging that motherfucker, will it flinch? Or is that bad? Because I've realistically put myself into this train of thought a million times where if I see a cat coming at us, but it's like
I think
50
God's
yards
in control
away,
at that point.
You see the video where the cougar was coming down just recently, coming down the trail, and somebody on the trail.
Yeah.
But it was about a good 30 yards, 20 yards. I think that's long enough for it to be able to make a decision. If I take 3 really convincing,
at him. Yeah.
Here I come. Like if I sacrifice, I'm gonna die. Here I go. But I go for it like fucking Braveheart. Within 2 or 3 steps, that thing is gonna know.
Hell off.
I'm wondering, or am I just making this shit up in my brain?
It all
right
depends, man. If you get the alpha, you're fucked.
Yeah.
Cody, what do you think?
It's all about the timing, man. You stay in the tracks and throw that leg kick when you least expect it. Catch him with that.
Timing.
That's what's up, bro. It's the timing. It's all the
Yeah.
timing.
You die. Live by your own words. Or die by your own words.
If I've got the right timing, I'll fucking cougar up, man.
I
I'm lying, he's going. Boom, he's going.
Well, that's the thing, dude. Like, honestly, like, it is all about timing. Like, I could say, fucking, hey, charge the motherfucker at the barrel run. I saw these 2 girls in National Park, a grizzly, they were filming them, right? They're filming them, and the grizzly charged them. The girl didn't know what to do. She stood there. The grizzly took off to the left. I was like, God damn, that girl had no idea what that grizzly was about to do to her, right?
Wow.
And no, oblivious
It
to
charged
her.
her and then
It just took a left.
Just no explanation.
No explanation,
you think
right?
she was sitting like this, like, oh.
No, she wasn't about to do shit.
Yeah.
She's about to get eaten, dude.
This is what I think. Like, I feel like, there's all this, we're all technologically and scientifically advanced as the human race and stuff, but man, I don't think we understand nature at all. Like,
No.
we still don't understand that. We're still discovering new species. We
I
think
saw
we're so
one
smart,
today.
but
I saw one
Yeah,
today. I saw
really.
a fish on the beach that I was like, it was a piranha with fucking tentacles on the fucking head.
shit, even the shit we saw in Indonesia, like there was stuff like we had
you said the fish had this guy.
Dude, he had like
Oh,
sandaliers.
yeah.
He had sandaliers.
chandeliers.
Oh, fuck. The scientist,
Yeah.
Elon Musk, was like, what the fuck?
It's that, yeah,
The scientist Elon Musk.
yeah.
Jeez.
Hey,
So
dog.
so just timing. I mean, I'm sure that I would instantly recognize in a scenario. Don't run at that motherfucker. Yeah, I'm sure, and that's why people panic, because they look and they just go, oh, this is a run for your life, no matter what the book says. I'm sorry, book. I couldn't. When it really happened,
Put your
I couldn't
hands up and
control it.
clap like this.
I
don't
couldn't
know if that
control it.
works.
No, Hannah. So here's the thing. Like, when I go in the woods,
I
right?
don't want to talk about this shit because I feel like as if I'm bringing it to me. You know what I mean?
Here's-
Like the whole 12 hours down the mountain, I was in my head going, I'm gonna make this shit
Okay,
But
happen,
here's the
man.
thing.
does bear spray work?
It does. It helps.
Sort
It
of,
helps,
sort of,
right?
yeah.
I would get
I need
that.
to get
That's
some more bear spray because we
this-
used to have some and then I.
This is just what my point exactly getting to, right? So you're doing a 14er, right? And you're fucking. This is my point. Like, I'm not big into politics. I don't like politics. Like, I
No.
hate news.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck if you're red, blue, or whatever, right? I don't give a fuck. Whatever you do is you, right? But this is my situation right now, right? You're talking about a 14er coming down, and you're worried about a mountain lion,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
Or a bear,
Or a moose.
or the moose is probably one of the fucking one.
Oh, yeah, the
a
worst.
female moose with the cow calf is gonna fuck you up way worse than a fucking
Yeah.
bear would, or a mountain lion.
Right.
I'm
That's
gonna
what I'm talking about.
Yeah, right.
For
So
some reason, I don't think that every once in a while, given certain scenario, occasion, I don't think our Ruger's gonna fucking do it sometimes.
this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm good. This is
Yeah.
where I'm going
Go.
at with it. So you're coming down a 14er in your nature, right?
Yeah.
And you're like, God damn, what the fuck am I gonna do
when push comes to shove and I gotta fucking shoot an animal or do what? What am I gonna do? Well, you gotta have a fucking firearm for one.
Right.
Right? A mountain lion is different because I think, for what I know, a mountain lion will attack you from behind.
Yeah.
In your back, and it's gonna fuck you up before you even know, right? So you're fucked either way.
Ninja,
Yeah, right?
Ninja.
So, but a bear though, like I had a bear stand up on me and I fucking dry fired a bear, boom, pop, pop, a couple shots, scared the fuck away. He ran, I was like, yeah, you know who I am, motherfucker. big Luke. You know what I mean? Big Luke. So, but I had that, right? Thank God I had that.
Yes,
right? It was one of those situations where I was like, God damn, I'm glad I had this. I brought this motherfucker with me, right?
Yeah.
I didn't expect to even draw the gun, right? Like, but I had it just because it's just the case, right?
Yep.
Because you always hear about these fucking white boys get fucked up doing a 14er.
Yeah. For real, yeah.
So I was like, all right, I'm hunting a lot and I'm in the fucking woods.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I ain't dying out here. Fuck that, dude.
Right.
I'm the alpha out here.
Right.
Yeah. I got beacons. I got fucking technology. I got food. I got a gun. I'm cool.
Right.
I'm Rambo. Mexi Rambo.
Yeah.
I'm the Mexican Rambo, right? So when that bear stood up, dude, I had no hesitation. Pop, pop. Yeah. And I didn't want to shoot it, dude. He's just living. I'm in this fucking yard.
Hold on. Pause.
Right?
Pause. Rewind, bro. You jumped. Stop, Luke.
Go on, man.
Big Luke, what's going on 30 seconds before a bit? Where are you? What's the setting, bro? What are you talking about?
So my setting is I'm out hunting.
Stood up on me, nigga, in the kitchen.
Like, give me...
What's going on? There ain't bears out here in the kitchen. Like, 30 feet.
Like, what are
but
you
here's
talking
the
about?
thing.
What are you talking? What happened?
I'm out elk hunting.
Yeah, you're elk hunting. So you laying on your stomach? What
no. I'm out. I'm hiking.
Yeah.
Looking for elk. I'm looking for any kind of sign. Listen to elk trying to bugle. I throw a bugle out. And next thing I know, a fucking bear stands up. Ooh. I walk up on, it was another hunter shot an elk and left the carcass there. The bear was on it, and I walked right up on it, and they was eating it, right? The leftovers.
Yeah. One
Pretty
bear?
much. One bear. And it was a big black bear. And
when it stood up, you were what?
Probably from me to my house. So past
from you to your house. You were walking, all of a sudden it just stood up.
I seen it, and I was like, he seen me before I seen him, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, oh shit. But when I pulled up to it, I was like, oh fuck, that's a dead elk right there, because somebody shot it before me. I was like, damn, somebody beat me to the fucking punch here.
Yeah.
Might as well pack up and leave, right?
Right.
I walked up to it and I was like, oh fuck, dude. I wish I had a rifle. Fuck, I wish I had a bear tag.
Yeah.
Right? I really did wish I had a bear tag. And every hunter always says, wherever you're elk hunting, have a bear tag.
Oh, okay.
Right? Because you're going to fucking run into a bear.
Right.
Well, I bear hunting around here. I elk hunted around there. Did have a tag. And sure shit, I saw a bear. Can't shoot it legally. But I'm gonna shoot that motherfucker if it comes after me. Yeah. Right?
Are you allowed to cause I know the rules are, but then it's like if it attacks you.
Dude, it's such a touchy subject, crazy. Right?
Yeah.
Like how can the animals fucking testify in court, right?
Right.
Or
yeah.
anybody, right? Like
that's tough.
It's such a touchy subject. Here's my deal, dude. I'm living to fucking fight it.
Right.
Yeah. I'm living to fight it.
Yeah, I'll deal with the rules later.
I'm gonna fucking shoot the motherfucker. Yeah. Well, the worst thing is there's bears everywhere around here at this time. Yeah. Right? At this time. I leave a window open. And they smell something in the trash can. Or in the fridge or the oven.
Every window to your house is open right now.
Yeah.
So they smell that. And they want to get in there.
Yeah.
They do. It's no different.
Luke.
Yeah.
Luke.
I'm like, we should still there right now.
I don't even know if this exists. But you have a very beautiful family. I would like to look up to see if there is push a button, boop, and all the windows just go down into like a solid fortress. Because every window in your house is open right now. And I would like to give a shout out to Tomahawk Steak. Shout out. That was the best delicious steak and Brussels sprouts and rice that we've had in a really long time,
was
bro.
really good.
That was perfect.
Welcome back anytime.
And Tony's Creole season. I'm not sure what you use, but Tony's gets a shout out. Every window in your house is open, so every
There's every bear coming in. Yeah.
Oh man.
I look for
Well, at
balance.
least you know. Yeah.
I look for valid.
At least the other window's open so we can jump out the other.
Yeah. Nah, dude, I'm gonna tell you right now, bears are more scared of us than they are.
Yeah.
We are of them. Honestly.
You know.
I understand.
But they get used to us out here too.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
They get used to us. So, long story short, pack a gun.
Yeah.
Pack a gun.
It's
Protect
probably,
yourself.
you know.
Face-
I'm not gonna. Okay, I know.
Face
I know
the
that-
music later.
I know.
But
that
humans are scary too. You know
I'm
what
a
I mean?
human. I'm a human, and because I'm a human, of course, I think that I've got all these abilities, but I'm human. I'm a regular guy, right? So I can't, for real, I'm not gonna see a mountain lion. That bitch is gonna hit me from behind. I won't hear it. I'm not gonna. Mishka's not gonna notice it.
I don't know, man.
Mishka
There's no-
Her
control.
tail was tucked though. That's the first time that we've ever really been out in the
Roses,
wilderness. And her tail was
Roses
out.
are
Like,
gonna notice mountain lion ahead and like attack it on all fours. Like
Well.
we're not gonna see this thing.
possibly
Now,
not.
now
I mean, of course not,
I don't know,
because it's a
Cody.
predator.
What's your percentage?
It's a predator.
80%?
It's a predator. Of course not,
You're not going
right?
to see a mountain lion.
Right,
There's no
because
way.
that's what it
You
does
might
for a
see
living.
bear. Bears have terrible eyesight, but they have excellent
Right.
sense of smell.
Smell.
A mountain lion for a living, that's what he does. Is it sneaks up on
So
you.
then
That's what
maybe
he-
Sasquatch
he's a
is-
professional sneak up on guy.
So, if you,
You know what I mean?
yeah, 100%
You know
though.
what I mean?
I'm not gonna fuck around and lie to you about this. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. If you're gonna get, if you're out fucking hiking, a mountain lion gonna fucking has the upper hand. Period. You ain't gotta know. A bear is gonna smell you before you even see it, right?
So then the mountain lion has a 100% kill rate.
No,
No. They're good, though.
they
They're
can't.
up
But
there,
then
they're
the
up there.
the prey though have, you know, the ears, and then they got a perfect
Yeah,
smell
they-
too.
they know how to
like
have-
we were sitting in the blind with you know, we were sitting in the blind before, and like we seen like we were going
Animals?
like somebody's taking us deer hunting for the
Yeah.
first time, and yeah, Pat, you had the
Hey,
vape.
do you
You
guys?
had the little vape pen.
Yeah, but I'm telling you guys, like honestly, man, this is the plan.
Never mind.
Tell me.
Oh no,
go.
I just had I forgot what YouTube video it was, but it's like some world traveler that does like just goes to different indigenous tribes around the world and kind of sees how they live and stuff. And he went somewhere, I can't remember what country it was. I don't know, it was somewhere in Africa, and like these tribes that are still hunters and gatherers, and they're still like super.
They live by the earth
Oh
and
yeah,
everything.
they're the real deal. Like they don't even kill like their prey by like, you know, stabbing it or whatever. They like bite the neck.
Oh shit!
Yeah, it's crazy because they say like you'll waste some blood or something like that to that effect, and it's,
Damn.
there's some real ass.
Who
dudes,
is this?
But, yeah, but I'll send you the
Send me
YouTube
the
video.
link.
It's great, but they smoke weed. they're like they just
Everything.
Everything's a celebration to them. Every time they catch some, they say,
Shit, let's do some earth.
Yeah.
Let's do some earth rumors up in
Oh
there.
yeah,
I'll help you
it was
manage that
hilarious.
place.
Yeah, it's like I just was surprised. I'm like, I just didn't think. I don't know. Yeah,
That's
you'll have to
crazy.
see that video, but that just made me think of that. Yeah.
Contact.
Yeah, they hunt baboons and like
Yeah, they do
crazy
it all.
stuff.
They're in the shit. Then they,
Yeah.
yeah.
Do they have mostly like we're
No.
okay?
Go to listen to this story. So I
Yeah.
had Cody tell him a story.
So we just got back from Texas, and we were hunting some axis deer. So we had...
No. The one with your dog in your house.
Oh, that one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Check
so
check mark axis deer. How
No.
We got multiple bear stories around here.
Yeah, there's tons of bears here.
So I was house sitting for Luke. You know, anytime he goes out of town, I'll house sit for him or whatever. And so I brought my dog with me. He loves it up here. And like 6 in the morning, he had to get up. So I wake up with him, you know, go open this door. And I'm in my underwear, boxers, right? Just woke up. And there's a bear at the end of the stairs. And the bear looks at my dog. And my dog looks at him, and I'm looking at both of them. The bear runs. My dog chases after the bear.
No.
So now I'm chasing after my dog,
Yeah.
like down the driveway in my undies,
Yeah.
screaming at both of them.
Damn.
Yeah.
This is like normal mountain life up here.
Yeah.
Yeah. 100%.
We got foxes in our neighborhood. We've been, you know,
I
at
bet
war
your
with
daughter
them
loves
for
that
a
fox.
few years. Yeah, I mean, they were chasing her the other day, and she,
Yeah,
you know, then she chased them, and yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, we're going to war with them every day.
100%. Yeah.
Shit, today I seen it. Today it was screaming at my.
The
at my
funny
dog.
thing is my daughter goes, so she knows, like, I try to educate her, like, hey, don't come out here by yourself, because why, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm.
When she goes out here now, leaves the shop to go to the house, I gotta walk her.
No.
And
Walk her every time.
yeah,
for
100%,
real.
right? That's just it. It's
Yeah.
right. So, she sees bears where we're shooting at.
Yeah.
And she's like, Dad, get her. Get it, dude. There's a big bear. And I'm like, Eva, it's not season. We can't shoot it. You better shoot it if it comes after me.
She right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's the thing, like,
Yeah.
she gets it, right?
Yeah,
Like
she knows.
She knows, and I'm such a proud dad because she realizes the value of life. Like, so she's like, don't kill it unless you eat it.
Right.
And I was like, Dad, we can shoot this raccoon. You want to shoot this raccoon? She's like, what they taste like? I was like, we ain't gonna eat it. She's all like, well,
what's
probably
the
not. Let's not shoot it, Dad.
Yeah.
It's like,
Right.
fuck.
Yeah, and
But
how
that's
crazy
how
is
she
it?
is, though,
Yeah.
right? Like, that just shows you, like, her heart. My ass, I shot that motherfucker. Heartbeat.
Right. Well, you know, it's just crazy, like, how many kids, and nowadays, and most kids don't really know, like, that they're eating a dead animal that somebody had to kill, like, you know, and that's so crazy to me.
I don't know if you know or heard of Cam Haynes. Have you heard of Cam Haynes?
Oh, yeah, he's the best, yeah.
Yeah, so me and Cam, we're pretty good buddies. We talk, you know, on social media a lot, and we're doing. When he found out that I was having you, he's like, I can't run, can't wait to fucking hear this one. She's the best, blah blah.
Yeah.
And Cam, guess what? If you're hearing this motherfucker, you better keep on running because this is what's going.
Yeah.
So anyways, he was talking about you know, a situation where, you know, he hunts for his food, like he gets it, and people were like, hey, why don't you just go to the fucking grocery store and get your own food? Why you gotta kill a certain animal?
Right. Well, you're killing all the animals.
Yeah, so
but
like,
without the actual, like...
living life,
Yeah.
right? And like all the hormones, like, it's just, people are just not educated.
Yeah.
And I think, like, people like you, people like Cam, people that get out there and have people that hit him up. And I think he gets mad and get annoyed with a lot of people, but I get it because that's what I like about him. Nowadays, because he's keeping it more real. Thanks, Cam. I told you, ass, keep it more real. You know, like, my deal is, you gotta just be blunt with people nowadays.
Well, people be a lot more respectful to each other. One, I mean, hunting and fight kind of go hand in hand with
100%.
like knowing, having respect for each other, and knowing. It's not like I want to hurt somebody, but it's just like, you know, that's part of the job, or you know, or my job is to, you know, like, you don't want to shoot the animal, but you kind of have to in order to eat. I mean, obviously you could be, you know, vegetarian or something, but you still gotta, you know, harvest your.
You gotta eat.
You know,
You gotta
whatever,
survive.
And exactly.
It's a circle of life, dude.
Yeah,
It is.
but yeah, maybe we should wrap this up.
I'm drinking my own juice, man.
Ew.
Got him.
Oh man.
Hey,
feel like
who's
I
winning
did
the fight
something
right
like
now?
that recently.
It's just about to start.
Who's fighting?
Wait, what? It's still going on?
The 55.
All right. We
Really?
wrapping
Oh,
this
okay.
baby up. We got Thug Rose in the house.
Yeah.
We got Pat Barry. Hey guys. Dude,
That was fun.
honestly, man, I told you guys we'd have fun on this
Yeah.
bitch. And I appreciate you guys. Honestly, man, you guys are always walking back. So this is what I want to do this summer. I'm going to do archery dart system up here.
Yeah.
A tag dart. It's like a workout, and we shoot bows at each other. But it's like a dart. It's like archery dart.
Okay.
And it's going to be so fun. It's like 5-on-5, 6-on-6, 2 teams versus each other. I got this place and another place that's 10 minutes for me. We're going to go and we're going to play this. it's gonna be so much fun. You guys are gonna love it, right? On top of that, though, that's one thing. I really want to take you guys out turkey hunting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
In 2 weeks. My boy Nestor already got hooked it up. Okay, literally, all we gotta do, take our e-bikes, haul ass up there, boom, let's shoot a fucking turkey.
All
Alright.
I want you to shoot your own turkey.
Yeah, I do too.
Like, I want you to have turkey,
Yeah.
put bacon around it. And, oh God, it's so good. It's so good. But anyways, guys, thanks for coming out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank you for having us. That was
Hey, it's
great.
fun. I want you guys to come back. I told you it ain't that bad. I mean, I know I ain't Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
God damn it, I'm getting there.
Right.
Heck yeah.
Hey, I got contact. I ain't gonna lie. Hey, for all you guys listening right now, God damn it, we had Thug Rose and the Hizzy Manizzy, Pat Berry and the Hizzy Manizzy. God dang it, dude. I'm glad I could drink my Kill Cliff Ignite. God damn it, Kill Cliff. Hey, damn it. I'm gonna tell you right now. These guys are the best of the best, and I want to thank all my sponsors: Tito's, Mountain Primal, Viking Armament, Kill Cliff, Leopold, Kafara International, Thor Labs, Mr. Alice Nestor Echo, and my boys over at Cryptech, Crispy, and Archer's House and Design. They're gonna wrap my pickup this Sunday, this week, and I can't wait to show you guys what the outcome is. Thank you guys for listening. We out.
Damn, Cody, what kind of hoodie is that you be wearing?
Not a hoodie, man. It's the new Sonora hooded shirt, perfect for mild to hot conditions. And let me tell you, when I wear my solids, I'm always hot.
Well, I'm not gonna say that, but that shit does make you look hard. It's dope. I mean, looks lightweight and everything.
Lightweight, moisture wicking material, and smell me, bro. Antimicrobial fabric. I haven't showered in 3 weeks.
Oh, come on, man. Hey, is that new cryptic cooling technology too?
UPF 50 rating, man. Keeps you cool out in the sun all day long.
Okay. So tell me, how do I get my own?
Jump on cryptech.com, type in that code GLADIATORS, all capital letters, and save that money. You hear that, Luke? That sounds like America.
America.
And tell me how you show your patriotic spirit.
And I show mine by getting my own custom American flag from Walls to Walls at Jeremy Walls 81 on the IG. He's been with us from day one. And now he has given all our listeners 20% off all custom flags. But it just don't stop there. He's also given people free shipping.
20% off and free shipping. I'm going to order two just so I can flex on my commie neighbors.
Of course you would. That would be you, totally. Hey, that's a great idea, though. Show your patrons. Check him out. Jeremy Walls, 81. Slide in his DMs. Tell him that you want one of those custom flags, what GUB rocking. Get your own custom.
Life, liberty, and the pursuit of awesome.
Check him out.